Good evening and welcome to Inland Sports Thursday Night Football. We are here to kick off the season at Norte Vista, where the Braves will battle it out with the Wolfpack of Claremont. I'm Geoff Gorham, one half of the Inland Sports Show team, and I'm joined today by our good friend and longtime coach, Vinny Fazio. Coach has taken a little sabbatical this season to make the call on our Thursday night radio broadcast. Welcome to the show, Coach Fazio.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. I'm excited. This is going to be a good one. Good opener tonight.
Now, are you missing the sidelines at all so far?
Yeah, there's parts of it you miss, and then there's some parts of it you don't miss. But I miss being out with the kids and doing my thing. And, we'll get back to that at some point. But tonight, I think we got a really good one. I'm excited.
Well, you've got 11 games with us at Inland Sports, and we're really excited to have you. The Braves come into tonight looking like an entirely new team from last season, where they advanced all the way to the Division VII championship game, but lost a heartbreaker in overtime to a great San Gorgonio team. They look to bounce back and rebuild after losing 20 starters to graduation. Those are some tough holes to fill, Coach. But how do you see Coach Batdorf and the Braves doing tonight and going forward this season to compete and stay atop the River Valley League standings?
Well, I think with their running back tandem at Hillcrest, they have to be the favorite in the River Valley League. But the key for Norte Vista tonight is Chris Malicio. He's the brother of Eric Malicio from last year. He's a stud, and his brother was a stud. Eric was a 4,000-yard rusher. It'll be interesting to see what Chris can do getting his touches tonight. They've got a young defense. They're going to have to keep that defense off the field. They're going to have to be able to keep the ball on offense, and that's something that Ken Batdorf knows something about.
Yeah, speaking of Malicio, the Braves have a lot to make up from last year's team. Eric Malicio, like you said, ran for almost 4,500 yards and 56 touchdowns, which only puts him second of all time nationally as the best year in history. His younger brother, Chris, looks to fill his brother's shoes at running back. He was an outstanding defender last year for the Braves. He was the lone returning starter on the defensive side of the ball. Ken Batdorf enters his 24th season at the helm for the Braves, the longest tenured coach in the Inland Empire, and this might be his most challenging year of his storied career. Tonight, the Braves face a new-look Claremont High team under first-year coach Shane Heil. Heil most recently coached at Upland High, but has his coaching roots with the Wolfpack, where he is a teacher and was the defensive coordinator from 2009 to 2013. The Wolfpack were 3-7 and 2-3 in the Palomares League last season. Coach, what have you heard about this new-look Wolfpack team?
The key guy for the Wolfpack is going to be their quarterback, Reggie Retzlaff. I know Reggie really well. He was in diapers last time I saw him running around. His dad was a longtime offensive coordinator at Claremont College, where I played my college ball. And Reggie can play, man. He's grown up. He's 6'2". He can really wing it, and he's their best chance to move the ball. Their running back was a JV kid last year, but a kid they like. Drew Johnson is his name. So he'll be hoping to take some pressure off of Reggie in the run game. And then defensively, they got a kid named Tommy Viet, who takes over as their star linebacker. He's the guy that's going to run sideline to sideline, try to make most of the tackles for the Wolfpack D.
One team has a bunch of youngsters with a grizzled veteran coach in the Braves, and the Wolfpack of Claremont, with a new coach and a new system, will battle it out on the opening night of football here on Inland Sports. We will be right back with your starting lineups and kickoff from Norte Vista High School. What a night to start high school football. The first Thursday of the season. We are here at Norte Vista High School, West Riverside. A beautiful night here in Arlanza. I'm here with Vinny Fazio. Are you excited?
I'm fired up. This is a great night. What a great place to be. No better way to start the season. The defending CIF finalists, Norte Vista Braves. Let's do it.
All right, we are here. We're going to go down to our third member of our broadcast team, Bradford Evans. Take it away.
Geoff, good to be with you guys tonight. It was week 0 of the season, as we know. We just touched on it, but it should be a really exciting time. Norte Vista obviously likes to run the ball, and they're going to have to deal with the absence of Eric Malicio here. Chris Malicio taking over his brother, so that will be the point of attack for Norte Vista. And we touched on last season a little bit. They went to the CIF finals last year only to lose in the last 2 minutes on an Eric Malicio fumble to San Gorgonio. So they're looking to carry on that good momentum from last season. Yes, it ended on a sour note for them, but they're definitely excited to be here and expect them to continually run the ball here. That's what Norte Vista football is all about, is running. So Geoff, just look forward to lots of running for their point of attack. Geoff, I'm going to send it back up to you. Thanks.
Thank you, Bradford. We are getting ready for the kickoff. The Braves are going to be kicking to the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack will be going left to right on your radio dial. The Braves will be defending. Back to receive for the Wolfpack.
Looks like 5, Steven Reyes. Number 2, Braden Piche.
As we get ready, let's start the season. The band and pageantry was here, the cheerleaders. It feels like a nice fall night. And the kick.
Short kick.
Out to the 20-yard line. Brad Piquet brought down by number 21, Hazim Maran of Norte Vista.
Got to get a better kick than that. You know, ball's received on the 15-yard line. Too easy to set up a return. Kick coverage guys aren't able to get down. You're always going to start bad when you get the short kick.
And the Wolfpack will take over or start on the 33-yard line.
It's like 2 backs, 20 personnel, no tight end. Retzlaff at quarterback. Johnson and Reyes are the 2 running backs.
Out of the shotgun. 2 wide right, 1 left. Back in motion. Thrown to Steven Reyes. Brought down by an entire gaggle of Braves.
Just a run-pass option play. Didn't like the run play, got out of it, threw the ball in a swing. Great job by the Norte Vista defense. Good start. Got him in 2nd and long.
And the tackle there made by Chris Malesio, brother of Eric Malesio, the junior, the only starter from last year on the field for the Braves. 2 wide left, 1 right, 1 in the backfield. Quarterback in the shotgun. Snapped. Hand off to Braden Piquet. Gain on the play, 1st down. Right out to about the 48-yard line. What did you think there, Coach?
Big lane in there, big lane. Good job by the Claremont offensive line. Got to be faster downhill if you're the Norte Vista linebackers. They can't allow them to gash them inside like that. That's right in the A-gaps.
So the ball at the 47-yard line, 11 minutes on the clock.
All right, tight end coming off here. Going to be 10 personnel, 4 receivers, single running back with Retzlaff as a quarterback.
Out of the shotgun. Snapped. Thrown to the left side of the field. Braden Piquet spins, gets out to the 40.
You know, that's the one we say that one's too easy. It's too easy if they're allowed to throw just the bubble screen and run up the field like that. That's an easy throw for Retzlaff. Get the ball in the hands of the receiver and let the receiver get up the field. That's too easy. Norte Vista's got to be harder on those receivers.
Yeah, they do. That tackle was made by number 25, linebacker Eric Aguilar, senior.
It's a new formation. Got 3 receivers down towards us, and they're in a bunch formation. So you got this 3 bunched receivers down this way.
Out of the shotgun, ball set at the 40.
That's Retzlaff. He's in the open field.
Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. Brought down by Jared Nava, linebacker, number 46.
It's just a zone read play. They're operating the spread offense. All it was a zone read. He read the defensive end. In came down and took the run play, inside run play. Retzlaff pulled it up the field for 15 yards. This is too easy for the Claremont offense. Norte Vista's got to make a play here.
Yeah, Retzlaff, is looking poised, showing some great upside here. Played at Webb 2 years ago, had a sit-out period last year, but looks poised under center here. Out of the shotgun. 3 wide right. Hands off to Piquet. Gain on the play. Brought down by a couple.
For the first time on that one, you see Johnson break a couple of tackles there. Johnson ran through a tackle at the line of scrimmage, ran through another tackle in the secondary. So he gained 11 yards, but Norte Vista could have had him for a much shorter gain. They're going to have to tackle. They're getting a little bit behind. Coach Candell, my old college coach, used to call it getting a play behind. They're a play behind right now. A little better there by the defense. Johnson up the middle. Defensive end came down hard and was able to make the play. That's a play that Retzlaff really, if they're going to operate this spread offense, Retzlaff should pull that ball and run around the end. Looks like some kind of a goal line offense coming in. Looks like a bunch of big guys.
The jumbo line.
Retzlaff getting the play from the sideline. This is for the first time Claremont's going to huddle here.
So we got second down, ball on the 5-yard line. 5-yard line. On goal here.
This is a challenge when you're an offense trying to change the pace like this, when you're used to going at a fast pace and now all of a sudden you're going much slower. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to operate as efficiently.
Two-back set. Power
Looks like
eye.
they're going to have a blitz here from Norte Vista. And they got him. Got him behind the line, but the running back able to push forward for about 3 yards. That's a play they have to make in the backfield. Would have set up a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Instead, it's 3rd and 3.
Ball carried by Zycodal Mejia, senior.
And here come the spread guys back. We're back into the spread now on 3rd and 3. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Got three wide right, 1 left. Single back in the shotgun. Ball at the 3-yard line. Snap. Retzlaff carries it.
Boy, they had him in the backfield. Had an opportunity. Francisco Uribe had him in the backfield, dead to rights on the keeper. Retzlaff makes a great move. Boy, what a great drive by Retzlaff. He's in the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of poise here early on. Last year the Novi Braves won 49-21 in a lopsided win. Kind of nice start here for the first-year coach.
Well, I think that's what you're worried about if you're Norte Vista. You're worried about, can this young defense get enough stops? That first drive doesn't give you a lot of good feelings. You got to be a little nervous. Retzlaff did pretty much whatever he wanted on that drive. He ran it, he threw it. Johnson had good success up the middle. Really, Norte Vista was not able to threaten with their defense there, threaten the Wolfpack offense. So that's going to put a lot of pressure on the Norte Vista offense if they're not able to get some stops.
And the extra point is good by Cole Weaver. Let's go to our sponsors. Tonight we are brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by their excellent customer service and great prices. Check them out off Alessandro Boulevard. Spoiled. A huge thanks to Bill Navigado and his team at Spoiled, who are dedicated to local sports in the Inland Empire. You get a mint and a nice flower every time you go to Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. And now the Wolfpack is going to kick off.
Be interesting with Claremont being a spread offense like that to see how they react to Norte Vista's condensed formations. 2 tight ends, 3 running back sets. They haven't practiced much against that because they're a spread team. So it'll be interesting to see how they adjust, if they're able to adjust and to play against that stuff.
And back to receive for the Braves, Hazim Moran and Chris Malesio. Moran with the ball from the 5-yard line, goes out beyond the 30, brought down at the 30.
One thing you saw there, you see the Claremont defenders kind of stopped at the blocks and waited. They've got to run through those blocks. You can't, on the kickoff coverage, you can't wait. By waiting, they allowed him to get probably an extra 10 or 15 yards that maybe he wouldn't have gotten there.
And brought down by Owen Miller from the Wolfpack. This is the first time we've seen the Braves without the great Eric Malesio and his 4,500 yards.
That's a lot of yards. That number seems like it's made up every time I hear it.
There's a lot of teams that never even get that many yards. He's doubled it. And Malesio gets the first carry of the year.
Pretty good start by the Claremont defense there. Of course, a lot of guys up in the game to play the run, but not a lot of push there by the Norte Vista offensive line. Claremont was able to hold their own. Gain of about 3, though, so you're still okay if you're Norte Vista. If you can get 3 yards of play, you're still okay. They just got to stay ahead of the chains.
Yeah, Tommy Viet with a nice tackle there. Braves 1 wide out, power eye, giant fullback. Ball goes to Malesio, goes outside.
He's around the corner.
Breaks 1 tackle. He's still on his feet to the 30, the 20. Brought down finally at the 12-yard line.
You know, one of the problems playing this defense, the Claremont's trying to play with a lot of defensive linemen in the game against this offense is if they get around you, you don't have anybody to make the play. And so he got around the line. There was nobody out there. And then he just took off. And they're lucky the safety's able to catch him. But he's down to the 12-yard line. That's a huge gain for Chris Malicio.
I'll tell you what, he's taken off where his brother left off. Big shoes to fill.
Back in their I formation. Little more push on that one, only about a 4-yard gain again, but a little bit more push. You see the Norte Vista line pushed Claremont off the line a little bit there. So not a big hole, but pushed them, and they're able to get 4 yards.
Yeah, Joaquin Robles, the ball carrier there. So we got second down, about 6 to go. Still set on about the 9-yard line.
Like 2 running backs, 2 tight ends for Norte Vista, 1 single receiver. Whoa. Is that Tommy Viet again? What a great hit from the linebacker coming from the outside. That looked like it was Mejia, the linebacker for Claremont, coming downhill, put a great hit on the ball carrier.
Yeah, and that was ball carried by Rico Guillen, the senior.
It's a big play here. Got 3rd down and 4. You got to figure Norte Vista's going to go. They got 2 downs to get this. Down 7-0 here in the first quarter. You got to figure this is 4-down territory for the Braves.
Yeah, we have not seen Malicio. Guillen, the ball carrier.
He fumbled.
Ball's on the floor.
And Guillen had fumble problems in the scrimmage too. Guillen put 2 fumbles on the ground in the scrimmage. So if you're Coach Batdorf, that's not a good sign. And one way to certainly get yourself off the field as a ball carrier is to put the ball on the ground. That's a key fumble. And now instead of 4th and 2, 4th and 1, you got 4th and 5, 4th and 6.
Well,
they're going to go for it.
Malicio back in the game. And they hand off to Malicio. Still on his feet. Breaks one. But
good play. Good play by the Claremont defense. Malicio tried to bounce it around the corner, but there was nowhere for him to go. Just a good job by the Claremont defense making a stand. You know, it was too bad that Malicio wasn't able to carry after the long run. 3 downs, he had to go without carrying the ball, put him in 4th in a bad situation.
Yeah, he did. And brought down by Steven Reyes.
And here we go. Here comes Retzlaff. He's got 98 yards to go, or 92 yards to go, but he looks dangerous to me.
Wolfpack take over. Yeah, Batdorf, his defense, he said he's going to start with maybe a little 4-4.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-4. Looks like two inside linebackers, 2 outside linebackers. Malicio and Guillen are the corners.
We got 2 wide.
Claremont with the tight end. 2 tight ends, double tight.
Out of the shotgun. Retzlaff, number 20, Nathan Martinez.
Retzlaff is a very composed quarterback. He looks very good to start this game.
Yeah, he was a sit-out period last year, sat out the first 5 games, but really was their stud. But they weren't a throwing team last year. They ran the ball.
So a lot of times they say, you know, the biggest jump that kids make is between that sophomore and junior years. He is playing like a varsity. He looks like a quality varsity starting quarterback right now. He gets the ball out. He gets it, throws it to the guy he wants to throw it to. He throws it where they can run. He's operating this offense very well.
Ball at the 16, 2nd down, 3 wide left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield of the shotgun. Retzlaff looks, throws to the left, incomplete.
That's his first bad one of the game, and that one wasn't totally on him. The receiver kind of stopped and waited on the bubble screen there. The receiver's got to keep running to that ball. You know, it wasn't a great throw. It was a little high, but if he runs to it, he probably is able to catch it, and they had it blocked out there. Potentially could have been a 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like he was actually, you know, he was leading the pass. Hey, telling his receiver, get a little run in there.
Yeah.
Nice running start there. He might have had.
Yeah, I'm not sure that one's totally on him, but he could have made a better throw there too.
So we go back to 3 wide on the left.
Big play, big opportunity for a stop on 3rd down for Norte Vista.
Looks like man coverage. Retzlaff thrown to Tommy Viet. first down there.
It's a good read, but the problem on that play was he just had too much time. He was able to go from one receiver to the second receiver to the third receiver, and that guy, Viet, was actually his third option on that play. Norte Vista is going to have to put more pressure on the quarterback if they're going to have a chance to get some stops tonight.
Yeah, if he can stand back there and be untouched, it's like 7-on-7 football.
Way too much time. Good quarterbacks, there's no way. You have to, as they say, you got to pressure a good quarterback and sit on a bad one.
It's a ball on the 24-yard line. 3 right, wide.
Low snap. Low snap got him on that one. Good penetration by the interior defensive line for Norte Vista. Reyes, now in at running back, wasn't able to do much, but that all started with a low snap. The low snap threw the timing off, and now Norte Vista's got him kind of where they want him in a 2nd and long, 2nd and 11.
Okay, brought down by Raul Gutierrez. He comes out of the ball game. How's it man coverage there on the receivers?
I think it's cover 3, Geoff. I think they've got 3 deep, the 2 corners in the deep outside thirds, safety in the deep middle third, and I think they're mixing up a little man, but I think this is mostly a cover 3.
So 2nd down and 10.
Norte Vista with a blitz. They got some pressure, but they let him run out of it.
Retzloff out to the 40-yard line. Brought down by Chris Malesio. Shoestring tackle. He was almost going to go to the house there.
That's the most frustrating one when you're a coach. They had the right blitz called. They had the right defensive play called. It was a completely clean blitz. They missed the tackle in the backfield, and Retzlaff makes a 20-yard gain out of a perfect defensive call. That's really frustrating as a defensive coordinator, as a head coach.
And a good read there by Retzlaff as well.
He's very good. Looks like a tight end down here. 3 receivers to the top side of the field, so new formation, first-time formation here.
Once again, 2 minutes left in the first quarter, 7-0 Wolfpack. Wolfpack going left to right on your radio dial. Braves look to blitz out of the shotgun.
The blitz is starting to have some effect. In the first series, they blitzed. They weren't able to have a lot of effect. The blitzers are starting to get into the backfield and create some trouble. They make the tackle in the backfield on that play. They've created some pressure on this drive. So it looks like Norte Vista has maybe found a little bit of a plan here with the blitz. But the blitz game is a hard game to play as a defensive coordinator, because when you guess wrong, there's an opportunity to give up big chunks.
Andrew Johnson, the ball carrier in the last play. No gain. 2nd down and 11. Ball set on the 43-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Retzlaff looks to pass. Scrambles. Breaks 1 tackle. Brought down by number 25, Eric Aguilar, linebacker, senior.
I'll tell you what's good for Norte Vista on these last couple plays is I think they've got Retzlaff looking at the rush a little bit. His eyes aren't downfield. He's seeing the rush. He's feeling the rush. That is a problem when you can pressure a young quarterback. Sometimes they stop looking down the field. They start looking at the rush. And so I think now Norte Vista's got him. His eyes are on the line. His eyes aren't down the field. 3rd and long. Big play for the Braves.
2 up top, 2 down low, receiving wide, 1 in the backfield. Retzlaff back to pass from the 38-yard line, thrown deep, incomplete pass.
Big miss by Retzlaff, wide open down the field, and he just missed him. That's a blown coverage by 13, Guillen. Guillen blew a coverage there. In cover 3, a cardinal sin is to let a guy run by you, and he let that guy run by him on the little out and up route. Wide open. Reggie Retzlaff's going to be sick with himself. That was a walk-in touchdown if he makes the throw.
So it brings up a 4th down. Back to punt, Cole Weaver. Alessio back.
Good snap.
Looks like the Braves are going to let this
They're
bounce.
gonna let it hit.
And a great punt there. And the Braves will take over.
Well, I'll tell you what, my grandpa Tom Raybone, if he was here, he'd have seen that. Nothing frustrates him more than when guys let the punt hit the ground and roll, because that's like a 20-yard field position that you just gave up. If you just catch that ball in the air, now they're up on the 35 instead of down on their own 14. So hard when you do that. It's given up a lot of field position, but hopefully Malesio can get it back pretty quick for him.
So with 44 seconds left here in the first quarter, Wolfpack 7, Braves 0. 1st and 10, ball and 14. One to the top, wide. Ball handed off from Malesio. Malesio breaks one.
This is a touchdown.
Malesio to the 40, the 50. He's going to go all the way. He will not be touched. The young Malesio taking over. Touchdown, Braves.
You know, that power pitch play that Norte Vista runs, it's called the power pitch, and there's 3 places it can hit. It can go around the corner, which is where he had his first big run. It can go in right down in the lane where it's supposed to go in the B-C gap, or it can cut all the way back to the backside A gap. That one, Claremont came hard and spilled it off the edge. Malesio cut it back to the backside A gap, and there's just nobody there, man. He ran by himself to the end zone. He's on his way to a night like his brother.
He's going to have 4,000 yards by the end of the year.
18.
Bad snap.
Bad snap. Run it in. Don't stop.
Alberto Aguilar.
He's going to make
He's
it.
going to get. Oh! Do they give it to him? No!
Tough call.
Alberto Aguilera. Funny story about him, Coach. Last year came out, was on the soccer team. Coach Batdorf saw him kicking. He said, hey, I love the way you can kick the ball. Can you kick a football? He said, yeah. So they start practicing, and then he said, do I have to wear a helmet, Coach? And Batdorf said, you got to wear a helmet. Of course you do. Then he said, well, I really don't want to tackle, so if I kick, can I just run off the field? Batdorf goes, no, you can't do that. You have to kick. You have to wear a helmet, and you got to wear pads. And that was the first time I think he's ever been hit. So he could be down for the count, but he's back out there on the field right now.
You know, these referees have done a good job tonight. That was a really tough call. There was no referee on this sideline. The referees were both back looking for the kick, and I don't know that anybody had a very good angle on that. I think if they'd had an angle right down the line, it looked like he probably got in there. It was at least really close. But a tough call for Norte Vista, but they're going to have to get those points back somewhere.
So with 30 seconds left now in the ball game, Claremont 7, Norte Vista 6. Alberto Aguilera took his first hit as a high school football player / soccer player.
Looks like a ball fell off the tee. Wind blew the ball off the tee.
A little windy here. And it goes off again. Hey, let's just remind everyone to watch and listen to Fox 1350 AM and the Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez and myself and the rest of our Pep boys.
Every sports show of record in the Inland Empire.
11 a.m. every Saturday morning. Kick off now down to the 25-yard line, up to the 30.
Now this time Norte Vista went with a little bit of a pooch kick. It wasn't supposed to be a deep kick. It was a pooch high kick across the field, and that might be the way they want to go going forward. It keeps the ball out of the hands of the deep return men and takes away the chances of a big return. You give up a little bit of field position. They're going to start at the 36-yard line here, but you take away the opportunity for a big return and maybe potentially a touchdown with a kicker that doesn't look like is able to kick the ball past maybe the 15 or 16-yard line.
Brooke Becker there with the ball carrier. So
Three receivers down here.
3 receivers. First down and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line out of the shotgun, Retzlaff. Norte Vista showing a little blitz.
32.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
The blitz is really starting to disrupt. Johnson was able to make a guy miss in the backfield and get 4 yards on the play, but Norte Vista had him in the backfield. The blitz is really starting to disrupt this Claremont spread attack as we go to the end of the first quarter. 7-6. We're off to a pretty good start tonight.
Yeah, sure is. Great game so far. We're going to actually go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Bradford Evans. What's going on down there, Bradford?
Gorham, thanks. So it's been a pretty, now that Chris Malesio is taking over as the new running back, it seems like it's more of the same here. Eric Malesio, yes, they miss him, but if Chris Malesio runs like that, he had 2 plus 30-yard runs there. So if he just continues that, they won't miss him too much, and maybe they can head up towards or have a good season. Ken Batdorf so far looks a little bit upset. He yells a lot. He's been yelling a lot, but so far they can't be too unhappy with the way they've been playing so far.
Yeah, Ken.
Geoff.
Oh, hey, thanks, Bradford. You know, Ken Batdorf yells all the time, so that's nothing normal. He's crazy. He's a crazed weasel, as I'd like to say, but a great guy, good coach. We are brought to you tonight by Ken Sporting Goods. Ken Sporting Goods has been around for more than 40 years in the Inland Empire and still dominating and taking care of your sports gear needs, plus Letterman's jackets. They also help the La Sierra Eagles design a new logo and produce new uniforms. Check them out at kensportinggoods.com.
That La Sierra logo is pretty cool, man. Have you seen that thing?
I have.
I like that thing.
Nice eagle.
That's a mean-looking eagle.
Yeah, it goes all the way across the chest. They got hats, shirts.
I'm hopeful Coach Hedlund can put it together there this year. They got a couple guys. They got a little talent at La Sierra this year.
Yeah, they're gonna run that smash mouth River Valley League football from the Church of Ken Batdorf, the child abuse offense. Here we go. Ball set at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 6. Retzloff in the shotgun. 2 down low, 2 up top, 1 running back. The snap. Drop
This is
back.
a screen play.
Nice play there. Got by Nathan Martinez. Nathan Martinez is stopped up by number 4, Gabriel Castellanos.
Yeah, about a 20-yard gain there. It's one of the answers to the blitz out of this spread offense is to run screens, and that's a wide receiver under screen. Get the lineman out in front, bring the outside wide receiver all the way underneath, sometimes called jailbreak, and it looked perfect. That's a perfectly executed play by Claremont. Big gain.
So the new spread offense looks pretty good here. And much improved Claremont Wolfpack. 2 down low wide, 1 up top, 2 in the backfield. Out of the shotgun. Ray is in motion, handoff to Braden Paquet. Short gain on the play, gain of about 4.
It does look like Norte Vista started to get a little bit of a handle on the run game. And that's what you want to do against the spread. You want to get half of the game. You know, if you can take the run away and make them one-dimensional in the pass, you like that. If you can take the pass away and make them one-dimensional in the run, you like that. You don't want to let them do both. You know, once they're able to do both, then you're in trouble. So if Norte Vista can get their hands on the run here and make Retzloff drop back and wing it, they got a much better chance to get stops.
Retzloff back in the shotgun. 1 back, 2 up top, 2 down low. Thrown.
Great play. Oh, he missed.
Paquet breaks 2 tackles and gets hit out of bounds by Hazim Moran. Broken tackle there.
Boy,
Tough
that's
one.
a big missed tackle. Julian Corey looked like the DB who made a great play on the quick bubble screen. Awesome plays there to make the tackle and allowed Paquet to kind of spin out of there. I don't know how he got out of that. And then up the sideline, they end up with a first down on a perfectly played play by Norte Vista. Just didn't finish it with a tackle. Like you say, Coach, got to finish the defense with a rebound.
Yes.
You got to finish it with a tackle.
Got to battle. See, that's just the inexperience. None of these guys have really played in a game because last year their studs played the entire time. So first down, ball on the 33-yard line. Handoff to Mejia.
Looks like there's a penalty. This is in the direction of a hold. So I think we're going to have a hold on the Claremont offensive line here. That's a 3rd different running back we've seen carry the ball for Claremont in a spread system. 3 different ball carriers already here just with 10:22 to go in the second quarter and a 7-6 lead for Claremont. But 3 running backs carrying the ball this early for them. They must think they got some guys at Claremont.
Yeah, he's going deep, and yes, it's a hold there. That's is that the first penalty we've had tonight?
First one I could think of. Been a pretty clean game, really, for a first game. Haven't seen a lot of bad snaps. Operation of the offense on both sides has been good. Haven't seen a false start yet. You know, that's a hold, but that's a hustle penalty. You know, you're going to get some holds in football. This is a pretty clean game for a first game.
So we got 3 wide right, 1 down low, 1 backfield on a shotgun. Johnson, the ball carrier.
That's a good run by Johnson. They had him there for no gain, and he just kind of kept his feet running. He's short, but he's kind of got some weight behind that run. You know, he gets those legs driving, and is able to push the pile. That's a good run there on a play where there really wasn't much there.
Got the size of an Eric Bieniemy.
One of my favorite players, man, Eric Bieniemy. I got to meet him last year or two ago. He was on campus at Ramona recruiting for Colorado.
He's about 5'1". Bad snap. Recovered.
Another run-pass option play there with Retzlaff putting the ball in, reading the defense. If he sees the run is taken away, he's going to pull it up and throw it. That time he pulls it up and throws the quick out to the receiver, single-side receiver, and they're able to gain about 7 yards, put themselves in third and about 7 or 8. Another big play for Norte Vista here. This is probably 4-down territory, unless they got a really good kicker. It'd be about a 47-yard field goal from here. So probably 4-down territory for Norte Vista if they don't get the first down. Or excuse me, for Claremont if they don't get the first down.
So 3rd and 7, 9:20 left here in the second quarter. Ball on the 30-yard line. 7-6 Wolfpack over the Braves. Out of the shotgun. Retzlaff. Quarterback is looking around.
Took a penalty. Did he call timeout?
Called timeout there.
No, he did not. He did not call timeout. Doesn't look like the timeout got called. Doesn't look like the timeout got called. They're going to give him the 5-yard penalty for delay.
He was looking around there.
He turned around and tried to get a signal, but it does not look like they're going to give him the call. Well, now the referees are discussing now. It looks like they might give him the call. They're not going to. It's a delay of game. Wow.
So the white hat overrules the sideline.
That's why you want to be the white hat. When you're the white hat, you got all the power. You got to put them in 3rd and 12. That's a big mistake. That's the first real operational mistake we've seen. And 3rd and 12 is a lot different from 3rd and 7. 3 receivers to the Claremont bench. 3 receivers to the right.
Still out of the shotgun. Eric Bienemy Johnson in the backfield.
Another screen.
Nice.
It's
Same
good
play.
again.
Same play. Number 20. Martinez still on his feet. Brought down about the 23-yard line.
It's really close to the first down. He kind of went backwards there at the end and might have cost himself the first down. It looked like he had it, and he kind of put his foot in the ground and went backwards there at the very end. I think he's going to be short. It's going to be 4th down and about 1 yard.
So do you go for it here?
They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it.
Now, if the ball is
It's a
in the
long
other
field
hands,
goal.
Yeah.
I mean, with what Norte Vista's offense has been able to do, stops are at a premium in this game. If you
Exactly.
can get a stop on a 4th and 1, get the ball back to your offense, gives you a good chance. 8:33 to go in the second quarter.
So we got a 2-back power formation. Man in motion. Quick handoff. Looks like they got the first down there, Coach.
They had some contact. Norte Vista had some push and a little contact in the backfield, but not able to make the tackle and a good run. Looked like 13, Mejia. Good run. Mejia got his pads down and kind of ran through that initial contact and was able to fall forward for a first down. So big conversion there for Claremont.
So 1st down and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. 8:15 left. 7-6 Wolfpack out of the shotgun. 3 low, 1 high, 1 back. Handoff to Johnson.
Looked like we had a hold over here on the side. I don't like to pick on that stuff, but guy kind of got his pads turned on that one.
You are still a coach.
Johnson was able to get a few yards. Good run by Johnson. Hey, you take advantage of what you can do. And a good run by Johnson to get a couple yards. But again, Norte Vista looking better against the run. Now they got to get their hands on that screen. You know, the screen has hurt them twice on this drive.
Hey, feel free to yell at the referees. I'd like to hear it.
I tried to quit doing that.
Makes
you know?
for great radio.
I tried to quit doing that.
2nd and 7 on the 18. Shotgun. Looks to pass. Throws
Another
to the right
screen.
side. Nice screen pass there again. Martinez with the reception.
What they're trying to do here, Norte Vista's playing way off with the corners, and so they're taking advantage of them with quick screens and jailbreak screens, trying to get those corners to come up in the game to where they can throw the ball down the field. And then also, with Norte Vista being blitz happy, it's a way to get the ball out away from those blitzers and give yourself a chance to get yards. And now they're in another 3rd and looks like 2 or 3 opportunity to convert a first down. Under 7 minutes to go. It's a fast-moving game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of turf here on the left side of the field where they can throw the ball
This may
here.
be play-action pass.
So we got a high formation, 2 backs, man in motion.
Nope. Dive right up the middle.
Mejia, the ball carrier.
He got a good push. It looked like he was close to the first down. They might measure this. It looks like it's pretty close.
Could they bring out the chain gang?
This would be the first chance to, maybe.
That could be the first time I get to sing tonight.
I think we're coming out.
Here it is. Once they come out, I'm starting to sing.
The whole press box literally groaned right there.
That's
I mean,
the
you gotta
sound
love
of
that.
the man working on the
You gotta
chain
love the entire press box.
gang. I'm telling you, look at that. Press box, did you like my voice? Thank you. Thank you very
We got
much.
a first down. Let's get back to the game, Gorham. Got a first down.
So it's 6:31, 7-6 Wolfpack over the Braves here on opening night Thursday, week 0.
You know, it's an interesting game. It's a game where it seems like the offenses are doing kind of whatever they want going up and down the field, but it's 7-6 with 6:31 to go in the second quarter. Looks like back to the 2 tight end formation that they've tried earlier in the game. This was run earlier. It was an inside zone play. Be interesting to see if they have a pass off of that play.
So still out of the shotgun, one back. All snapped. Handoff. Gaining a play. Looks like he's in for the score.
Same little inside zone play. What they get with those extra tight ends is you open up extra gaps. That's how you create extra gaps in the defense. The defense is trying to be gap secure, and every time you bring in another guy, you create another gap. And that's another gap somebody's got to fill. And they were able to extend the gaps and open one up, and they got up inside for a 10-yard gain and a touchdown. Good operation by the Claremont offense. Norte Vista had a couple chances on that drive to get off the field, but they weren't able to get it done. Claremont ends it with a touchdown.
And another one of those backs you said. They had used 3 backs. Steven Reyes on the touchdown there. The extra point is good here. 14-6. Wolfpack over the Braves. Let's go to one of our sponsors, Boost Performance Training. Great new facility in Corona. Athletes of all levels need to check out Boost Performance Training in Corona. Coach Ray Bass and his team bring experience, passion, and commitment to grooming great athletes. They train athletes in all sports, Coach. Football, baseball, track, and lacrosse, of all things.
You know what? That's a great way for kids. Go get out and meet friends, get out and play sports, get active, get out of the house. It's just a cool thing to do.
It is. So check out boosttrainingsystems.com. Well, how fun is it here? Coach, I know you missed the sidelines, but how fun is it here to be in? I don't know why they
Coach,
call
I'm
it
having a great time.
Week 0. Let's call it week 1 and just make it 11
I don't
weeks.
know why they do that.
That's silly.
Either. It's like turning it up to 11.
Exactly.
We're going to turn it up to 11.
Oh, here's the kick. Nice kick. Caught right at the 1.
He's got a lane in there.
And there he is. The Malesio. Untouched. 17 is the only man left to get him, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line.
I think we found our next Norte Vista football star. It didn't take very long to find him. This kid is a stud.
Well, you figure we had Freddie Holly. Norte Vista had Freddie Holly 2 years ago. We had Malesio for 1 year with 4,500 yards. And then this young Malesio's only a junior.
You know, the other guy you forget about on that Freddie Holly team is Devonair Crenshaw. People forget how good Devonair Crenshaw was. At any other place, Devonair Crenshaw would be the guy you remember. But Freddie was so good that Devonair kind of took a back step. But Devonair Crenshaw takes a back step to nobody. That guy was really dynamite.
A super athlete. Could have played any skilled position on the field. And now
I'd take Devonair Crenshaw. I don't know, is that a recruiting? He's not in high school anymore. That's not a recruiting violation, but I'll take Devonair Crenshaw anywhere. That cat could ball.
He is up at Riverside Community College with Coach Kraft and is looking to have a great year this year.
I have absolutely no doubt he will. That dude could play and got better every year. He was really an example of a guy that got better. He wasn't maxed out. He was good as a sophomore. He was really good as a junior, but as a senior, he was phenomenal. Looks like some kind of a penalty. Did we see a signal? Must have been a face mask or something.
We have not.
Batdorf's getting yelled at on the sideline by the white hat here.
Look at Batdorf, though. He's lost 40 pounds.
He looks good, but he's getting yelled at by the white hat. Personal foul on Claremont. This is why my wife quit going to my games. She goes, if you're going to fight with the refs at all these games, I'm not going to these. This is embarrassing. So I had to try to get a little better. I tried to get a little better that last year,
So ball here at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:53 left in the second quarter. 14-6 Wolfpack. Power eye offense. 2 backs.
That is a big running back.
That is not only that guy is humongous, as they say. That
Looked
would
like
be
Cameron Stattard, huh?
Cameron Stattard goes. They say he's 250. I see the guy all the time. I say he goes more 275.
Yeah,
maybe.
his leg looks like it's 250. That's a big boy, man.
He's large.
Get that big boy coming downhill on you.
Yeah,
Yikes.
He's somebody that will ruin the pregame meal.
I might go back to that. That looked pretty good. Little 5-yard gain on the power pitch play to the big guy. I might try that again.
There they go. Set up in the same set.
Same play the other way. They went down low and got him tackled on that one for only about a 2-yard gain. Got to go low on that guy.
Yeah, he tripped over a big giant cheeseburger on the field there. He was diving for it.
This might be a time that Coach Batdorf might want to use a timeout and see if they can get Milicio back in the game.
He's tired. He's been running all over the field.
This is a big third down, third and 4, 3rd and 5. Only 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go, down 14-6. 4 minutes to go in the quarter, in the half. You might want to see if we can get him back in the game. They're going to go, though.
Going to the big fella, and he is up the middle.
Looks like he got the first down, huh? If this guy down here is giving him the first, if this is the spot. Up top, it looks like it might be short. It's going to be close. They might have to measure this again.
Could it be the chain gang again? Cameron Stoddard, the big man.
The referee on the top side's got him about half a yard short. So if that's the spot, he's short. Norte Vista's already on the ball. They're not challenging it.
Nope, so it brings up 4th and 1 here. A short one.
Big play.
I would guess
Inside
they're going to go
the
to
5-yard line.
Go to Stattard. There he is.
He's
and
in the end zone.
Looks like are they giving it to him? Yes, touchdown.
Yeah, he's laying in the end zone. Boy, that's a great find. Finding that big running back is a great find for them. That's a difference maker.
So Cameron Stattard, the senior fullback, tailback.
They're going to go for 2 here, try to get those points back. It's a hard decision to make in this point. You don't want to get caught chasing points all game. You lose one early, you hate to lose more chasing that one. But obviously, the rule of thumb for most coaches is if you think you can get it, go for it. But you hate to chase those points unless you have a really good play. They're going to call timeout and
probably a good call.
Think about it.
Yeah, I remember back in the late 80s, Don Markham was at Ramona High School. He never, ever, ever, ever kicked.
Well, there's an argument for that. There actually is an argument for just going for 2 all the time, especially if you have good plays. If you have, like Norte Vista is an offense that generally can get 3 yards. So if you have that and you can convert it more than half the time, then you're going to stay ahead going for 2. So there's an argument for that. I don't rule out that, especially if you think you can get it and if you're not sure that you can make the extra point. And the first extra point certainly looked sketchy.
It did.
Bad snap, didn't look good. So, Ken might be saying, hey, we think we got a better chance of getting the 2 anyway. The one's certainly not a done deal right now.
Yeah, until, in fact, 2 years ago, Batdorf rarely kicked at all, but he does have a fairly decent kicker this year.
Okay, they got an interesting set here. They got Guillen back as the tailback, and Stattard now is the fullback. So you wonder if it's some kind of a fullback play to get him the ball, or are they putting him up there to kind of try to blow the line off as a lead back?
And Batdorf did the same last year. He had a great fullback. I can't recall the name, but he was a great fullback for Milicio, and those great tackles they had with Solomon and Stanton.
They tried to go with a no play to get half the yard back, make it a 1.5 yard play. The challenge of of the no play on the inside the 5-yard line is if you jump like Norte Vista did, you go back 5 yards. If they jump, you only get 1.5 yards.
Exactly.
So it's a little bit of a risk-reward deal, but also you can't jump off sides.
Yeah.
There's no play. That's what I used to tell our guys when they go off sides on no play. What were you doing? There's no play. Where were you going? What play were you trying to run? This might be the reverse. Look out for reverse here. No, it's a pass play. He's open.
What? Nice over-the-top play there. Is that the big fella?
That's him again. Marone
Cameron?
on the throw. And our big guy, Cameron Stattard, is the star of the series. Looked like a superstar, come out of nowhere.
He's got more receiving yards than anybody had on Norte Vista's team last year.
14-14, 4 minutes to go. Hey, the offenses are rolling, man. Cameron Stattard. Hello, get him a date for homecoming.
The fans are loving it here. A nice night here in West
Beautiful,
Riverside.
absolutely beautiful.
Can look over the hills. Over the hills, you see Norco.
Always love to look at Norco.
You-
The beautiful, beautiful scenic view of Norco.
Horsetown, USA.
Hey, you don't have to sell me on Norco.
Speaking of Norco, we're going to be covering them with Riverside TV. Ghazal, Hassan, myself, and the entire Riverside TV crew. will
Ghazal's
be-
a pro, man.
He's the
really
best.
good. He's the best.
So we're going to be on every Friday night covering Riverside high school football. I know we have a Norco game coming up later this year. The kick.
Another short kick, but a little better this time. Down about the 12. We'll see if they cover it. That was a little better on the kickoff coverage. Again, a short kick. It's hard when you get that short kick. But better coverage that time, able to keep them at about the 32-yard line. So this is the best they've done on the kickoff so far.
Paquet.
Paquet's a good little player.
Hey, nice. Like I said, they've used 3 backs tonight.
They got some guys. They're not without guys here at Claremont. They got some guys.
You know, and that was the knock last year. They said that they didn't have athletes. I'm looking around. They have athletes
Yeah, I've
all
seen
over the
3
field.
or 4 guys I like.
So you got 3 receivers down low, 1 up top, 1 in the backfield, still in that shotgun spread formation. The snap.
10.
Pass is made. Nice play there. Looks like they got the first down.
Boy, that Reggie Retzlaff is a good player, man. He is so composed for a young quarterback. He's very good.
And they hit another guy who hasn't played, Elijah Bennett.
Yeah, another weapon. A lot of guys gaining yards for Claremont tonight.
So first down, ball on the 43-yard line. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Tie ball game, 14-14. Out of the shotgun, the snap.
32.
Ooh,
Nice
Eric
stop.
Aguilar. What a big hit.
79.
Yeah, Johnson's still on the ground.
Like just another inside zone play. And Johnson tried to get his pads down and run through contact like he's been doing, and Eric Aguilar got lower. And as they say in football, low man wins. Eric Aguilar ran his feet on contact and knocked him backwards. That's a great hit by an undersized linebacker. Eric Aguilar's kind of a man. He's 5'8". He's playing every down at fullback linebacker.
1 up top, 3 low. Snap to Retzlaff. Retzlaff goes back to
Picked
throw.
up the blitz.
Throws a nice 15-yard pass. Incomplete. Like you said, the blitz there.
Yeah, they did not get anything on the blitz. Retzlaff had a ton of time. Tried to throw to Bennett, which is the first time I think we've seen Bennett as a receiving target. Bennett did not look good on that ball.
No.
He was open, and that was not a bad throw. Tried to go up with one hand and catch it, and like Willie Mays Hayes.
He kind of did a backwards plie.
You got to go with 2 hands.
So 2:38, 3rd and 10, ball on the 43, 14-14. Retzlaff.
Big down here, big 3rd down.
Ball hits the floor. Retzlaff picks up. Throws to
Hey, this is going to be a stop now. That's a good job by Norte Vista. They got some pressure there. Made Retzlaff throw before he was ready. Tried to get the ball to Viet. Viet was open in the seam, but wasn't ready for the ball. And because they forced it to be a faster throw than the play was designed to be, they're able to work their way into a 4-down stop.
So Cole Weaver there to punt.
It's like we got a punt returner back on this one. My grandpa will be happy.
We have Hazim Maran, the quarterback.
Well, bad snap, but he got it. Good athletic play by the punter there.
Once again, they don't touch it. Ball rolls out to the 19-yard line.
Well, part of the thought here is if you don't feel really good catching that ball back there, if you don't feel comfortable, maybe you are sometimes better off just to let it hit. Make sure you get the ball. Don't turn it over. Chris Malicio's doing pretty much everything he wants on offense. Make sure your offense has the ball in its hands, and don't let Reggie Retzlaff get back out there before the start of the second half. 2 minutes, 23 seconds to go, 14-14. Norte Vista's got a chance to take a lead, and they get the ball starting the second half.
So these young guys are looking good here. The start of the season, 20 graduated by Norte Vista.
Norte Vista is getting better as this game goes on. If you'll notice, they are actually getting better. You can see them getting better as the game goes on.
Norte Vista, one right. The pitch.
Not much in there. Good job there by the Claremont defense standing up. That was actually a safety, and this is part of the problem with running condensed formations. That was a safety coming downhill to make a tackle for a 1-yard gain. Now a lot of teams you say, well, it's time to throw them out of that, but I'm not sure that that's Norte Vista's plan. They're just going to try to block it better and make a cut off of that guy.
So Novi goes back to a no receiver formation. They got one in the backfield. Looks like Malesio brought down in the back.
They went to the double wing power pitch. That's the old Don Markham classic.
That
the
is.
Double wing power pitch. They went to that, but no one blocked the backside defensive end, and that's the guy that made the tackle.
Exactly.
The backside chase defensive end. They got to block back on that guy, or the tight end's got to cut. You got to get that backside guy picked up. You can't just let him run through and make the tackle. That's too easy. So now Claremont going to use a timeout. Minute 32 to go. Hoping to get the ball back in Reggie Retzlaff's hands. If they can get a stop here, call another timeout. Now you're talking about Retzlaff with a minute and 20, minute 15, minute and 20 to go. It's a lot of time for a good quarterback.
Yes, it is. And let's remind everybody, Friday nights at 11 p.m., IEMG Sports Weekly Live, the most extensive football show every Friday night from 11 to 12, hosted by our hero, Pep Fernandez.
Our fearless leader, the boss, the fearless leader.
He stands, he tells everybody he's over 6 feet. I'd say he's more like 5'5". But he is now, we have a score update here. The Arlington Lions, Coach Lunsford is leading 21-6 over Paris with 11:25 left in the first half.
Good start for Arlington. Happy to see that. Great principle there. Here we go, big third down play. Few yards there on the wide toss. That looked like a wider toss. Guillen, the ball carrier there, tried to get around the corner, got kind of downhill and out, gained some yards, but they needed 13 there, and they probably only got about 5 or 6. They're going to have to punt. And now you're going to get the ball back in Reggie Retzlaff's hands. So calling on that young defense, going to need one more stop before halftime.
Now we haven't seen the call of Malesio here in the last possession very much. As a coach, do you try to go to your guy who's getting you yards every time if he's hot? It's like a basketball term. If he's hitting everything, you keep feeding him.
Well, yeah.
Or is it the first game?
Yeah,
maybe?
You do. But you know what I'll say here? This is game one. So they're trying to find out what they got. They're trying to find out who's who, and so you maybe do in early season games, non-league games, you maybe do go away from a hot hand earlier than you would if this was, say, the Hillcrest game. You want to kind of feel out what you have. Do you have other guys that can do? And the truth is, they found Cameron Staddard by doing that. So it's early in the season. But they got to be good on this punt. They got to get this punt out of there, hopefully kick it away from Piquet and make it so there's no return here. Tough field position for Retzlaff. Good snap,
Aguilera.
Pressure on the kick.
Tough punt here. Goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, looks like about the 41 going in. So good field position for Retzlaff. Only about a minute and 11 to go. He's got to go 41 yards a minute 11. I believe Claremont's out of timeouts.
You know, and I'm noticing here this Norte Vista defense. It had been held for the last year by the great Pat McCarthy. I called it McCarthyism. It was the communist defense. Did a great job. He took over at King High School. Do you see a big difference this year in the defense that they're running here?
I think the big difference is they don't have Isaiah Hughes and Solomon.
Martin Solano.
Right, Martin Solano is one of the better line. I mean, that's the difference. More so than any scheme, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Right now, they're playing young guys.
So, ball on the 42-yard line. Retzloff back to pass, throws over the middle, intended receiver.
And that's an open receiver. That's a high throw there by Retzloff. Probably still should have been caught. But that's a high throw with a wide open receiver over the middle. He's got to make that throw. And now we've seen Retzloff miss 2 or 3 throws that he was making earlier in the game. So you got to wonder if the pressure's maybe getting to him a little bit. The Norte Vista pass rush has disrupted his timing maybe a little, but he's missed a couple throws now.
Yeah, pass intended for Jacob Morales, who was unlisted in our program.
But number 1 in our hearts.
Yes, very much. 3 on top.
Low snap, and they're sacking him. No, he got out of it.
He ran into his own guy. Throws. Looks like it bounced. That looks like it bounced before he got it.
This was quite a play. It's hard to describe. Bad snap. It was supposed to be a run play. Retzloff ended up pulling the ball and trying to run around and make something out of it. They had him in the backfield, dead to rights 2 or 3 times. He spun out of it, then tried to throw to a downfield receiver. The ball looked like it hit the ground, but I guess they finally did rule that it hit the ground. He picked it up and took off running.
I think he even bounced off his own tackle.
That was quite a wild play. That one's hard to describe on the radio. You almost had to see that one. And here we go. We got 3rd and 10, and Claremont going to an empty backfield on 3rd and 10. Want to see how Norte Vista handles that. Do they try to heat up the quarterback and get some pressure, or do they try to sit back in coverage on 3rd down and long?
So they're going to test that secondary with that spread offense. Right over the middle.
They came back. It's short of the 1st down. Great pressure. They're going to have to get up to the ball and run a play. It's 4th down and about 3. That was the same play, just like you said. That was the same play from 2 plays earlier. This time he made the throw, but good pressure on the quarterback by Norte Vista. So now we're down to 35 seconds, 34, 33. They're going to have to go fast. This is 4th down.
Jacob Morales there on the reception.
Not a lot of sense of urgency by Claremont.
No. A lot of confidence in Retzloff, though. He's
Another
back to pass.
And that was the same play again. They came to the exact same play again. He threw a good ball, and Morales just dribbled it off his chest.
It hit him in a bad spot. The hands and the chest.
That's the old, you don't have to dribble in football. You can just catch it and run. But that was a good throw by Retzloff. Not great clock management there by Claremont. They needed to do better in that situation in terms of the clock. I mean, they're down to 16 seconds. So even had they completed that ball with no timeouts, they probably would have been in a situation where they'd be clocking the ball and trying a long field goal anyway. Probably going to just try to get the clock out here if you're Norte Vista.
That was a defensive coordinator move right there. Okay, so the Braves take over 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Nothing really gained there. Hop over the top.
I think
of
we're ready.
one.
I think we're going to halftime here. 8, 7, 6. I think that'll be our last play. Great first half. I think we're going to have a good one. This is going to come down and be a good one.
Well, it looks like it's halftime here. We're going to go down to Bradford Evans on the field here with Coach Batdorf. It looks like Coach Batdorf denied our Bradford Evans. He was all business. We're going to go down to Bradford, though, on the field. What do you think, Bradford, so far in the first half?
Well, Geoff, rejection's never a good thing. You have to go through it every once in a while. Ken Batdorf, obviously very heated with the way his team is playing so far. He did not want to talk at all. So far in this first half, it seems like these 2 touchdowns have come off of missed tackling. And that's one thing that Coach Batdorf is really upset about. And he wants to talk to his team at halftime. This whole time, he's just been screaming at the defense. Geoff, you touched on it earlier. He screams at the defense constantly anyway. But he's really just not happy with the way his team's playing. So going into the second half, we'll see what adjustments they make and if they can come out and do a better job. Thanks, Geoff.
Thanks, Bradford. Coach Fazio, so what did you think of that first half?
Really exciting first half. It was first half that seemed like the offenses dominated it, but yet we sit at only a 14-14 game. You know, the Claremont defensive front rose up and got some stops. The Norte Vista young defense rose up and made some plays, put some heat on Retzlaff, kind of threw off his timing there late in the first half. So, you know, maybe we're gonna kind of get down into a defensive battle here. You know, the defenses have started to kind of assert themselves there towards the end of the half.
Yeah, but you know, it's just the old adage. Good teams adjust, and Norte Vista seemed to adjust there after that first quarter there, getting punched in the mouth early.
Well, Norte Vista on that first drive didn't put up hardly any resistance.
No fight at all.
It looked like they were going to be able, Claremont was going to be able to do whatever they wanted the whole game. And really, even their late touchdown, they converted 2 third down and longs. They had to hit a couple screens. It wasn't easy, you know. So I think that young defense is getting better. I think that young defense is you know, making some strides, and that's going to be how they are all year. That defense is going to improve as the year goes on. They've already improved in this game.
Yeah, and you touched on Retzlaff. Boy, what a poised young man. Didn't look phased at all. The first series he was untouched, was able to look around, like you said, 2, 3, 4 receivers, and was able to have time in the pocket. But what a really good passer, efficient.
Very impressive. They had 3 drops. There in the second quarter that hurt him. I mean, if they catch those balls, a couple of those are pretty open balls. He missed the one throw. There was really one throw that he just flat out missed, and that was on that wheel route that would have been a touchdown if he makes a throw. So really that's the only play where you look at it and say he was off there. You know, but the rest of his throws have been catchable. But again, it does look like a little bit more erratic there at the end of the half, which means, you know, you got to think, is the Norte Vista pressure starting to affect him a little bit?
Well, that puts a cap on the first half here. 14-14. Wolfpack Braves here at Norte Vista High School. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to have an interview with Ken Batdorf. So we'll get to hear the old Ken talk about the Braves this year. So we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay, we are here with Ken Batdorf, head football coach here at Norte Vista High School. First of all, welcome back. 24 years, huh? What brings you back year after year to torture yourself like this?
I'm a masochist. I go there, I just beat my head up against the wall, and I enjoy it. But in all seriousness, it's kind of a calling. I mean, everybody's got a calling in life. I feel like working with the kids at Norte Vista has been my calling. A lot of these kids need more guidance than maybe normally we would give them, and it's become more like a family atmosphere for me. And all these years, I've become part of their family. Even though kids come back 20 years later, it's still part of the family, and that's kind of a neat thing.
Now, is it easier as years go on, or is it tougher that you're getting a little older, longer in the tooth?
That hurts. That really hurts. You know what? In some ways, there's things that are easier. Some things are harder. We had a staff turnover this year that was pretty big. I lost Pat McCarthy. You know, he's the head coach over at King, and you know, God's blessing to Pat. You know, he had heart surgery. He's doing well, but Pat was as good as I've ever had. Rick Covington is a phenomenal human being and a great guy, and every head coach's dream as an assistant. And he's now at Rupa Valley as the head coach. Losing those 2 guys was huge. Then we lost 3 other assistants last year. So you know, we lost a lot of guys. And I think for me, kids are kids. It's the adults and the coaches you have to do things with. And that's the hardest aspect. You know, we have a whole new booster club. Almost every parent is a new parent. So it's the peripheral things as a head coach that is the hard part. It's not necessarily the kids.
You're a popular guy, Coach.
I know, I'm sorry. It happens all the time.
Let's talk a little bit about last year. You guys were a finely tuned machine. How fun was it coaching that group of kids, and what are you going to miss most about them?
They were awesome. They were just a great group of kids, and I think there were so many aspects of it from the practices. I mean, practice was fun. I got to go out there, and they were motivated to be out there. They loved practicing. They loved competing. They pushed each other. It was a group of kids that was really, really, God, I'm trying to think, self-motivated. They did all the stuff that you'd ask them to do, and then they do a little bit more. And that's why we had so much success. when I talked to them at the end of the year with the up-and-coming seniors and juniors, how many practices they missed, I could bring the entire starting group in, and it was maybe a total of 7 practices. You're talking about 20 guys missing. 7. That's kind of dedication they had. And I think if any school gets that kind of dedication from kids, they're going to be successful.
Now, even though you came up a little short, the overtime loss to San Gregorio last year, was it your most rewarding season with the guys you had? You had Solano, you had Malesio, who had the second best season in the history of high school football. Was it a rewarding season, even though you guys came up a little short?
Yes, but when you first lose, it's not. I mean, I was devastated. Hats off to Coach Gariger and Sanji for sticking in there and playing with us, because we thought we had it won. There's 3 minutes left, and we're up by 8. We thought the game was over. But when it first lost, you're devastated. But when it takes a couple months later and you take a step back, you can really reflect and say what a great job our kids did. We weren't expected to be that good. And to be honest with you, I think we would have won the state title if we'd won that game. We just turned the ball over, and we had some other issues. And if we didn't do that, we win that game. And we lost, they won, and life goes on.
All right, Coach, even though you guys lack game experience, do you think by playing against last year's guys in practice every day, they are somewhat seasoned to fill those holes, those shoes from the guys last year?
We're hoping so. And those guys improved greatly by playing against our seasoned veterans last year. And I used a lot of those kids when we talked to the JV and we brought it all up together. How did you get so much better? And they said, well, I'd get my butt kicked by Stanton, or Martin would lay me out. And they would talk about our last year's seniors with reverence and praise. And really, you get better by playing better competition.
Going forward to River Valley League play, who do you see giving you guys a good run for your money?
Everybody. Obviously, Hillcrest has got phenomenal athletes. Patriots got a great returning group. Ramona has got a new coach. They're excited. You have La Sierra, Gary Hedlund's turning things around over there, and congratulations to Gary. I don't know if you heard they had the baby last night, and that's a big deal for him, and happy for him and his family. And then Rick Covington and Arupa trying to turn things around there and getting an excitement in that program. So week in and week out, we have to go out and play well.
Well, that's Ken Batdorf entering his 24th season with the Braves. We will be right back for the second half. Thank you very much, Coach.
You have a great face for radio.
I have a great face for radio and a really bad face for TV. Thanks, Coach.
We are back here for the second half of this big game, opening weekend, Thursday night football here on Inland Sports. We are joined with by our fearless leader, Pep Fernandez. Pep, how you doing?
What is cracking? You guys are doing a great job. You don't need me.
We always need you, Pep. That's not true. Don't you say that.
You guys have been doing fantastic. I've been patrolling the sidelines, looking at all the cool signs, get your popcorn ready, see some good highlights. Man, it's the Malesio show all over again.
It's a clone. The mini Malesio comes out.
The other Malesio was kind of mini too. This one might actually be bigger.
Now let's just talk about the backs that that Norte Vista's had the last 3 years.
Oh, going back to Freddie Hawley and Andrew Martinez, the Thunder and Lightning they had.
That's 4 guys, and he was a CIF Player of the Year. The year before Freddie Hawley came in, you have and the bookend Malesios. So he's got a nice train here of running backs.
Well, to be successful at Norte Vista and in the River Valley League, like Gary Hedlund and La Sierra pointed out, you got to run the football and you got to stop the run. So if you don't have a good running back, you're going to have a hard time picking up some W's in the RPL.
Well, and also, and these guys are all really good running backs, but also you have to consider what they're doing leads itself to making yards as a running back. They do a good job with the offensive line. Coach Batdorf coaches the offensive line. They're tough and nasty. And so those guys get better, and it opens it up for a back. And sometimes these guys are running untouched.
Exactly. Hey, let's talk about this week 0 games, guys. I have the expert Coach Fazio, and I have the expert Pep Fernandez. I want to get your ideas here of week 0 games, the juicy games that need a bib here. Let's start off with Cajon versus Paloma Valley, guys. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a great game. Cajon is ultra talented. as talented, and Pep saw them. I think you guys saw them last week. No one looks better getting off the bus than Cajon. I mean, Cajon looks the part. They got dudes. Jaden Daniels can play. I don't think Cajon is afraid of anybody, but, Paloma Valley's got a nice little team.
Yeah, they're at Paloma Valley, and they have Chance Nolan, one of the premier quarterbacks in the Inland Empire.
Yeah, going to Middle Tennessee. And that new head coach, Tom Tello at Paloma Valley, who was the defensive coordinator at Heritage when, Heritage had that defense that was just giving everybody headaches. Tom Tello was the guy behind that defense, and now he's at Paloma Valley. So just think about this. If Paloma Valley can play some defense accompanied with that offense, who was leading, I think, the entire state last season at one point, it's going to be a pretty scary team. But Cajon, like Coach Fazio said, when they get off the bus, they look the part. They pass the eyeball test.
They're big and mean looking, and they look like they lift weights. I mean, that's a real looking team, man.
They were already good, and then the influx of transfers too. Like, they're going to be so. Even we had Kurt Bruick on the Inland Sports Show, and even Bruick at Redlands East Valley said,
called him the favorite.
Cajon's the team to beat in the Citrus.
Let's slow down. Don't let Kurt Bruick get you now. He's getting you. This is the old Bruick trick. Everybody else is the team to beat. For 30 years with my dad coaching at Fontana, they were never going to win a game. I don't know if we can win a game. Slow down on that. Rev knows they're fine. Rev's got a nice little team. They know they're fine. But, Chance Nolan's one of the forgotten quarterbacks, too. As good as he is, everybody focuses on Bachmeyer. Everybody focuses on, Musa.
McKee,
everybody focuses on these guys and kind of forgets about how good, McKee, obviously, forgets how good Chance Nolan is. He's kind of out there just throwing for 1,000,000 yards and being efficient and being good.
And let's go to the next game. From your area of the woods, Pittsburgh, is it Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Pittsburgh, California?
Dude, come on. It's right next to Martinez and Antioch and Tracy on the East Bay. Come on.
And they're coming to battle the evil empire of Centennial.
Why?
Who only has a 9-game schedule.
Why? Why would you schedule them? Why would anybody schedule them? That's crazy.
Vinny, that's a long trip from the Bay Area to get your rear
Do not
kicked.
play them. I'm sorry if Centennial's listening, but do not play them.
Well,
they're too good.
Centennial has such a hard time scheduling
Absolutely,
teams to
as
play
they
them.
should. They're really good.
They got to go out of state. They got to go up to the Bay Area. They got to go to Pittsburgh just to find a team to play them.
No, don't play them.
It's a long
Why?
trip back. It's
Don't
gonna be a
do
long
that.
trip back.
All right,
That's crazy.
now we're going to go to the next one. I know Fazio's high on these guys. Norco versus Servite.
I think Norco's really good, and I really like their quarterback. That's a good team. I think Norco's a team that people have kind of overlooked, with the hype about Murrieta Valley and the hype about, obviously Centennial, who deserves it.
And
but
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. I think a lot of people talking about Roosevelt. Not a lot of people talking about Norco. Norco is very, very good. They got guys. They're fine.
Okay, here's the next one here. Santiago versus Murrieta Valley.
Hank Bachmeyer. It's a Hank Bachmeyer show.
Hank Bachmeyer is a grown man, has been a grown man since he's about 6, can throw over that mountain like Uncle Rico said. Man, he's fun to watch.
No, Hank Bachmeyer, man. Hank Money Bachmeyer. Don't bet against him. They got the best receiver, as good a receiver as I can remember in this area in Marquise Spiker. Those two guys stay healthy. It's going to be really, really hard to stop Murrieta Valley. And Santiago, I hear, has a really good front seven, really good defense. It's third year with that system, but that's a hard opener. You don't want to see Hank Bachmeyer right now. That guy's a guy.
And then you have the team that everybody wants. Chaparral is calling themselves as one of the best teams in our
highly offended with our Inland Sports rankings, and it's not our fault. We just put the numbers in the computer.
That makes it goes beep boop.
Yeah,
boop,
it's a
boop.
computer. It's a computer.
It's a supercomputer. But Chaparral is going in playing at Rancho Cucamonga, the athletes of Rancho Cucamonga.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chaparral has a chance to show it. I mean, they think they're really good. They think they're improved. They think they're better. They got a chance to prove it. I mean, they can prove it if they can go play with Rancho Cucamonga, if they can go be in that game and give themselves a chance in that game. Rancho Cucamonga is a legitimate top 10 team in the state. So if they're able to play with them, then maybe they're right.
And we'll go to the last one before we hit the River Valley League teams, which we'll go into maybe at the end of the third quarter here. Heritage versus Great Oak.
I think that's the game of the week. That's my game of the week. Heritage is talented and nasty and big and physical. Great Oak has a bunch of scholarship guys. Jack Lamb, a Notre Dame linebacker, so it's going to be Sherrod White, who I think is a extraordinarily underrated back against Jack Lamb, who is one of maybe the top linebacker in our area. So I think that's a potential to be a classic.
And like I say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think we're going to go down to the sidelines and with Bradford Evans. Bradford, are you with us?
Hey, Geoff, thanks a lot. So we're starting the second half, but just a little unique story about this Norte Vista team. They have a few Hawaiian players, and as you can see, you can't see on video, but if you take a look at some of these assistant players, they're wearing like leis, kind of Hawaiian leis, and that was a gift from some of the Hawaiian players' mothers, grandmas actually. So just kind of a nice little story to add some unique flavor to this Norte Vista team, gives them a little bit of personality, and maybe it'll be a good luck charm heading into the rest of the season, Geoff.
Yeah, Norte Vista's been notorious for having Polynesian players from the South Pacific, so the flair is still alive here at Norte Vista. Thank you, Brad, for that update as we go into the third quarter here at Norte Vista. Opening night, 14-14. Braves and Wolfpack all tied up.
Norte Vista going to receive the kickoff. Claremont's done a nice job kicking the ball deep, but has not done a very good job covering those kicks. So it'll be interesting to see if Norte Vista is able to hit a kick return again and get out into good field position. Now, the last two drives, the defense has looked a little bit better against the power pitch. So it'll be interesting to see, has Claremont made an adjustment, and what does Norte Vista do now to counter that and see if they can get Milicio going again.
And we're going to look over here at some of the stats here from the first half. Retzlaff.
We're going to look if you don't drop them on the floor,
as the
Geoff.
wind carried our stats. Retzlaff, 12 of 19 for 96 yards.
And 4 of those are drops. I mean, really should be 16 of 19 throwing the ball.
I agree. Rushed had 46 yards. Nice number 4. All right, I'm sorry. He had 46 yards rushing.
Yeah, he had a great first half. No two ways about it. 134 yards on 6 carries for Milicio. 6. He needs more carries. You're right. He needs more carries.
I think we just said that late in the first half
right.
there.
6
Give it to him every time.
134. What's the average? I'm not a math guy.
No.
That's a pretty good average.
Well, the kick is.
Ball might be in the end zone. It is. That's a good start for Claremont. Get the ball kicked in the end zone. Now Norte Vista's got to go 80 yards to score. That's a big start. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, and keep the ball out of Milecio's hands there. So the Braves will take over at the 20-yard line. What adjustments do you think let's start with the Wolfpack here. Any adjustments defensively they need to do?
One thing we always like to do against this kind of offense is get more linebackers in the game. The traditional thing, guys try to put more D linemen in the game, but they kind of like to block down on D linemen. So we'll see. It still looks like a little bit of a D-line heavy defense. We'll see if maybe they decide to go with more back guys that can run downhill at it. Carry by Milicio there. We got about 3 on first down.
So the Braves stay in that power I formation there.
Looked like that was an unbalanced formation. Looked like they had extra linemen to the right side there and a short side to the left, trying to see if they can maybe open up an extra gap there to the strong side.
So 2nd and 8, ball in the 23. Third quarter here at Norte Vista. West Riverside, Arlanza area.
This is a counter play. The first counter we've seen. Didn't fool them.
Kind of a dead play there.
Yeah, they tried to run a counter play, fake it one way and counter back the other way, but it didn't fool the defense for a second. They were just waiting and not sure if it was poorly blocked, if they missed the block, or if it just didn't fool the linebackers and they were able to run it down. But it's going to be third and about 6 or 7 yards here for Norte Vista.
We have an injured player on the field.
Looks like the injury is number 52.
Unlisted.
Yeah, he's unlisted. He was one of the captains. I'm not sure who that is. A play we haven't seen out of Norte Vista yet is a little reverse. one of Coach Batendorf's favorite plays off of their little wide toss is the reverse back to the receiver. That was one of place where Devonair Crenshaw made a lot. I was
just going to say that.
Haven't seen that yet. This is a situation where he would like that play. I don't know if he's going to do it here. I don't know if haven't seen him run it yet, but this would be a spot where in the past he's liked that play.
Well, let's talk about some of those former players from Norte Vista. Let's talk about last year's guys. A couple guys that are heading out towards.
Looks like 52 is okay.
A school you're familiar with. University of Redlands has two of the Norte Vista. Solomon Iosefa.
Yeah, big get. Solomon Iosefa is a really big get for the University of Redlands. He's going to be a really good player in the SCIAC. He's going to help them, and they'll coach him. It's a good spot for him. I'm happy that he landed there. That's a nice get by Coach Maynard and the U of R staff.
So 3rd down and 7, ball in 24.
Claremont might have called a timeout. They didn't have enough guys on the field, and then they ran a guy on late, which might have been too many guys on the field. So looks like they're going to call timeout and try not to get a penalty and end up in a third and really short, or in a first down. So 3rd and 7, 11:07 to go, 14-14, and we got a timeout on the field.
Let's go to some of our sponsors. Let's go to Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by their excellent customer service and great prices. Check them out off Alessandro Boulevard. Spoiled. A huge thanks to the great Bill Navigato and his team at Spoiled, who are dedicated to local sports in the Inland Empire. And Ken Sporting Goods. Ken's been around for over 40 years, as old as I am, in the Inland Empire, and still dominating, taking care of all your sports gear needs. I buy my cup there weekly, plus Letterman's jackets. They've even helped, like we said, La Sierra and their new sweet logo, and made their new uniform. So check out kensportinggoods.com.
I'm going to have to get another coaching job if you're going to keep talking about your cup.
Hey, it's a weekly affair. On the Inland Sports Show, we talk about.
You talk about your cup?
We do.
How is that for rating?
Because you have to be protected anywhere you go, because people will always do a cup check, and I'm ready.
The people you're around do lots of cup checks, huh?
Coach Batendorf. He's always wanted to give me a cup check. 11 minutes.
Oh, no. Looked like it was supposed to be a no play. Trying to draw them off sides. I don't think they're supposed to snap the ball there.
No.
I think the center snapped the ball on accident. That's a blown operational play. Coach Batendorf's not happy right now.
No, he's not.
That was supposed to be no play. Center snapped the ball. There's no play. So then Claremont's able to tackle the quarterback in the backfield for no gain, and they're punting the ball on 4th down.
So Albert Aguilera is back to punt. Nobody for the Wolfpack.
This is an interesting thing. Now, they had some pressure last time, so maybe they think they can put pressure on the punter, but I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to put somebody back there as a threat, at least. But
Yes.
What do I know?
So the ball's at the 42-yard line. The Wolfpack will take over here.
Yeah, if there's nobody back there as a punter, you really just got to kick the ball in the field of play.
Exactly.
Kicking the ball out of bounds there is a big mistake. If you kick it anywhere in the field of play, it's going to roll, and you're going to get an extra 20 yards. He kicks it out of bounds, so really lets Claremont off the hook, not putting a guy deep, but they're let off the hook with an out-of-bounds kick. That has been – the special team so far has been an advantage for the most part to Claremont, with the exception of the kickoff return team for Norte Vista.
Exactly. Well, the Wolfpack is going left to right on your radio dial, as they say. Norte Vista playing defense, going right to left.
Looks like back to the two-back offense with Johnson and Reyes in the backfield. Rhett's left the quarterback. 2 receivers to the Claremont side, 1 receiver to the other side.
Out of the shotgun. Snap. Nice throw to the sideline.
Interesting thing to watch here, that was the first play that they ran to start the game, that exact play. So it's interesting to wonder if they have a script that they're operating off of, and they're going back to the top of the script to start the second half. That's something as coaches we notice. So you notice that's the same play, exact same motion, exact same formation they ran in the opener. So let's see if this is the second play, and I think it is.
So that was
We're back on the script, Coach Gorham.
That pass was to the running back, Stephen Reyes. And there they go to the workhorse.
That's the zone. That was the second play of the game.
There you go.
Was inside zone out of trips to the right. So we're back on the script. So if Norte Vista was writing down what the plays were, which most guys are, they probably have a pretty good idea of what the play is going to be here on 3rd and 4.
Ball set at the 49-yard line.
Might be changing it now. They might be changing what they were doing. It looked like they were getting a call here, so this might be something different.
Let's see if Norte Vista adjusts here. 2 down low, 1 up high, 1 back in the shotgun. Snap. That's a quick handoff to Reyes.
Norte Vista's defensive line has really taken control of the Claremont offensive line after that first drive. That first drive, Claremont kind of controlled it, and since then, the Norte Vista interior 4 has really controlled the action and stopped Claremont from being able to run the football. Claremont has become very one-dimensional now. Their run game is not going anywhere. And they're going to have to punt. They held them to a punt play.
So once again, no one back to receive.
4th and 3 punting in this situation shows that Claremont has a little bit of confidence in their defense. They think they have something figured out. Because if they didn't think they could get a stop, they'd go for it on 4th and 3 from the 50-yard line.
So a good punt all the way back to the Brave 19-yard line.
Yeah, going to be inside their own 20 to start. See if we can get Milicio going again. But a great stop by the young Norte Vista defense. They're growing up in front of our eyes and starting to get Retzlaff and that Claremont offense under control.
Yeah, pretty impressive. They 10 new starters on that defense.
This is a good coaching job by Ken Batdorf. He has coached this team. This is not everyone can lose 10 defensive starters and limit a team with a pretty good quarterback and a pretty good couple of weapons around him. Only has 14 points with 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. So this is a good coaching job by Ken Batdorf and his staff. They should be proud of this.
So the Braves take over here. 1st and 10 on the 17, 8-11 handoff to Milicio.
He's got something.
Milicio breaks 2 tackles and then is finally brought down about the 20.
Claremont is coming down extremely hard with their defensive ends to take on the fullback and the pullers, which is the right way to play this offense. The vulnerability here, Norte Vista is going to eventually look to take the ball outside. And a couple of the big runs for Milicio have been outside around the corner. It'll be interesting to see if they come with an outside toss play or some kind of an outside play to try to get around those spilling defensive ends.
There it is. Milicio passing the 40, out to the 50-yard line, running to the left side of the field, and out of bounds. A big gain.
That kid's a good back.
A 25-yard gain there, Coach, by Milicio.
Yeah, he's good. Again, Claremont coming down hard, trying to spill the ball. Milicio puts his foot in the ground and is able to get out around a corner. Wasn't an outside play. It was just a downhill power pitch play. But he read his block and took it where it had to go. Big boy in at running back now.
Stattard, the ball carrier, gets across the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he got 2 or 3, and that's the way you have to play him. You have to make him make a move in the backfield. You don't want to let him get running downhill with his shoulders square at you into your secondary. And that time, they actually made him kind of make a sidestep in the backfield. If you can do that, he becomes infinitely easier to tackle. If you let him just run straight downhill at you, your DBs are going to have a bad day.
Yeah, you get out of the way. It's a big train. The I formation. Quarterback keeper.
Great call by Ken Batdorf.
Hazim Moran, a big gain.
And that's a late hit. Very late. Wow.
So the Braves can capitalize here off a great run by Hazim Moran. Runs out to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, about a 35-yard gain. I was just about to say, one of the things that I've noticed about this Norte Vista team as compared to the ones in the last few years is they don't have that outside threat. They don't have the threat of getting the ball around the corner that they've had in the past. But that time they go with a fake of the pitch, and then the quarterback booting it and actually took it around the end, and he showed some speed. Down inside the 35, ran out of bounds, and then got hit about 5 steps out of bounds. That was a very late hit. And with the penalty, they're going to be down inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal.
Yeah, great call there from Ken Batdorf.
Very good. He's coaching a good game.
Looks like a timeout here.
It looks like Norte Vista is going to take a timeout, maybe get their quarterback a little rest after the long run.
So the Wolfpack in a little bit of trouble here.
Well, it looks like Norte Vista's found something on defense. You know, their defensive front is kind of taken over. And now on offense, they found a couple ways to get the ball to the perimeter, and that was what they were having trouble doing. Everything was inside. And when you don't have any threat around the perimeter, teams are able to kind of load up in there, but they've hit them twice now on perimeter plays. If they're able to continue to do that, what's Claremont going to have to do? They're going to have to move some guys out there. Exactly. And when guys move out there, that opens up interior lanes for Milicio, for Stattard, and for those backs to get up inside. So, right now, Norte Vista is, as we say, a play ahead.
Yes, they are. Hey, Coach, you're big on the social media. Do you cover the Inland Sports Show Twitter accounts?
I am all about the Inland Sports Show Twitter, and Pep Fernandez's Twitter, and your Twitter.
We are all over.
We're growing our presence.
The social media beckoned us at Inland Sports.
So this is clean.
Stattard. Oh! Hits a. Looks like he hit a linebacker and runs into the end zone for a touchdown from the 9-yard line.
That was that same counter play that they tried to run earlier in the half with no success. That time it looked better. And again, because they were able to get to the perimeter, it widened the defense, opened up an interior lane. Now, on that one, they didn't make Stattard make a move in the backfield, so he got his shoulders downhill. The safety tried to fill and hit him, and that was a big mistake as Stattard ran right over him. Get out of the way, baby. The train is coming through.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a putty knife to get that young man off the field.
Man.
And the extra point.
That's how you finish a run.
The extra point is good from Aguilera. 21-14 Braves over the Wolfpack. 6:44 left in the third.
Where did this Stattard guy come from? I haven't heard anything about this guy. He's taking the game over.
Coach Batdorf finds guys all over campus.
He is coaching a really good game tonight. Win or lose, no matter what happens in this game, to get this defense ready to play this well like they played in the last quarter and a half, since the first drive of the game.
Yep.
To be able to get that offensive line, which is a lot of new guys, to find a second running back the way they have. I mean, this is a well-coached team. There's a reason that Norte Vista is good all the time. It's not by accident. It's because Coach Batdorf can coach, man. He's coaching a whale of a game so far tonight.
Well, he's almost been here a quarter of a century at Norte Vista High School.
You just like to say that because you like to call him old.
20.
Not sure if that's supposed to be an onside kick or not.
Yeah, flags. Laundry thrown.
It looked like maybe it was a called onside kick, but it didn't look like the guys were ready for it.
No, they didn't.
And it went straight directly out of bounds. So there really was no chance to recover it. And Claremont's going to have it in good field position at their own 40, looks like their own 40-yard line.
And the referees tonight haven't thrown too many penalties, so they've worked. That was one of the first times we've seen the fundamental of throwing the flag.
I think for the most part, this has been a well-officiated game. All you can ask for is that they're kind of letting the kids play and decide the game. There's not 55 flags. That's what you want.
Yes.
I mean, you want the kids to decide it.
They haven't called holding every other play, and
I like it. I'm all for it.
I'm with you.
Less is more.
So Wolfpack, 2 up top, 2 down low, 1 back, ball on the 40-yard line. Quick throw to Paquet. Breaks 1 tackle, passing the 50.
That might be late too. Yeah, they threw him down out of bounds late. So they're going to tack 15 more onto this.
So the
Paquet's a dude, man. He's just little, but he don't go down. They hit him, and he just spins like a whirling dervish.
He is a stud. Looks like the infraction was at the 45-yard line.
Paquet has the full-on outfit going too, man. He's got the white gloves. He's got the white arm sleeves. He's got the towel. He's got the visor, the high socks. Piquet is rocking. He's like a create-your-own player in Madden. He is rocking the outfit, man. I love it. And he's playing. You see, if you can do that, if you play really good.
Yeah, if you're no good and you do that.
If you're no good and you do that, they're going to make fun of you.
So we got 3 down low, 1 up top, 1 in the backfield.
Oh, he wasn't ready for the snap.
Retzlaff
Retzlaff was able to get back on it. That was a potential for a disaster. Looked like the center snapped it before the quarterback was ready. It was a good snap. I just don't think he was ready for it. Hit him right in the chest and bounced off, and Retzlaff was able to win the race to the ball. But now you're in 2nd and 20, and I think we're going to see air Retzlaff for a couple plays. At some point, they're going to come back to that underscreen. It may be this down, it may be the next down, but that underscreen is coming back right down here to number 20, Nathan Martinez. It's coming.
So one of the 3 bottom receivers spread wide, 1 up top. Retzlaff on the snap.
That looked like screen. They didn't block anybody.
Retzlaff scrambling, finds an open man up the 20.
That's a great play by Retzlaff.
Great pass, 22-yard line on the sideline by number 10, Elijah Bennett.
That's all Retzlaff. They didn't block a soul on that play. He just escaped and bought time. You never want to let the quarterback scramble to his strong hand because he can throw. You always want to try to make him go away. They let him scramble to his strong hand. He bought enough time that allowed Bennett to get open, and then he threw a strike.
So opposite this time, 3 up top, 1 down low, 1 back, out of the shotgun, the snap, handoff.
Claremont may never run the ball again.
No.
Tackled in the backfield. That's my guy again, man. That's Eric Aguilar. Eric Aguilar's having a whale of a defensive game, and now it's 4th and 4. We are really close to seeing air Retzlaff mode, man. The run game has gone away for Claremont, and we're gonna see Retzlaff throwing it around. That's really going to be their chance to win the game. So 4th and 4, they're going to go.
Let's see if Retzlaff tests that secondary.
It's a pass play.
Definitely. Retzlaff.
Good throw on time. First down.
Smart play there.
Yeah, threw the quick hitch to Martinez. Just a 1-step drop. Martinez on a short hitch. Good throw, good catch. Easy first down, easy conversion. And now they're inside the 15-yard line, first and 10. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, man. It's going fast. 21-14. Norte Vista leads.
2 in the backfield for the Wolfpack. Ray is in motion. Hand off to.
There's a run play.
There it is. Still on his feet. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Nice run there by Johnson.
That one's all the effort of Johnson. It wasn't really blocked that well.
No.
They had a chance at him in the backfield. They got a hand on him. He ran through it. They had another chance. Really ran through about 4 tackles on that play to fight his way to the end zone. That's just a great run. And again, that I think is a little bit of a sign of the youth of the Norte Vista defense. They were there to make a play. Somebody needed to make a play, and they weren't able to make it. Norte Vista hasn't had that problem over the last few years where, when guys have had plays to make, they've made them because they've been veterans. This is the first time they've had to kind of deal with what a lot of other people deal with. When a guy has a chance to make a play, he's not quite able to make it yet, and they're still working on that.
We are in week 0 here, opening night at Norte Vista. 4:36 on the clock. 21-20.
Bad snap. He's going to try to run it in. He's not going to make it. Tackled back for a loss of 7 back at the 10-yard line. Good play by the edge guy, not letting the kicker run it in off the bad snap. And Norte Vista keeps the lead, 21-20. 4:36 to go. Could be a big play in this game. Could decide the game.
Yeah, brought down by Julian Corey of Norte Vista.
The snap wasn't close there. I mean, it was flat out over his head. There's just no chance.
Snap
for the holder.
A duck.
Yeah, no chance. All right. It's interesting now. Can Norte Vista grind some clock? You'd like to, if you're Norte Vista, be able to go on a nice long drive, run some clock, end it with a touchdown. I mean, this is the time where if you can do that, you can put yourself in a great position to win the game.
This is Ken Batdorf football right here.
they're right where they want to be. I mean, they're right where they want to be.
Back to
Last time he
receive.
kicked it in the end zone. See if he can do that again.
You got Marone Malesio.
Nope, they're going to get a return at this one. Real short.
Malesio's got his
Oh, he
hands
should have
on
let it go out of bounds. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Big mistake.
Tough one. Ball set at the 11-yard line, it looks like.
The ball hit about the 16-yard line and was going to bounce out of bounds.
Yep.
I don't know that Malesio knew where the sideline was. Went over and picked it up at the 11 and then stepped his foot on the sideline. So instead of, the potential to have the ball at the 35, they're going to be at their own 11-yard line. They're going to have 89 yards to go for a touchdown. Mistake. That's a youth mistake. I mean, it's just a mistake that a young player makes. You didn't mean to do it.
No.
It's just a mistake. It's just that happens.
Yeah, he played defense last year mainly. He played behind his brother, so didn't get many chances to carry the ball. Malesio.
He's up in there for yards on this play. He's a good runner. Up for 5 or 6. This is what Norte Vista wants to do. This is what they want to do. They don't necessarily – you always want to score, but they don't necessarily even want to score in 1 or 2 plays.
No,
If they can drive the ball and grind it out.
Chew clock.
They want this to be one of those 20-play, 19-play Norte Vista old school drives.
Exactly.
Power pitch them to death.
I formation here. Once again, Malesio, the ball carrier.
That's a good run. He might have got the first down with effort. He did. He was going to be short of the first down there, and he did what Coach McKinney at Fontana used to call the hand down drill. He was falling down, put his hand down, make it the third kind of point on the ground, and was able to gain an extra 3 yards with the hand down drill. So instead of 3rd and 2, it's 1st and 10, exactly where Norte Vista wants to be.
So ball on the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Like you said, 3 minutes and 38 seconds in the third here. Braves with a 1-point lead, 21-20. The Malesio show. Ball carrier again.
And that's the one we saw earlier where the backside player caught it. That's the guy you can't let catch that ball. And part of that's on the line for missing him, but part of that one was on Malesio. He waited a little too long.
Exactly.
You got to hit that downhill and not let that guy catch you. When you stall in the backfield, stutter, he's on that one, he's looking for the hole instead of running to the hole. You got to get downhill and run to the hole.
And that's just, that's a lack of experience there. You got new tackles. You do not have Stanton or Solomon anymore.
No, those guys were good too. You got Stattard and Malesio both in the backfield. Going to be the dive play to Stattard. Not much there. Good job by the Claremont linebackers. Only about a yard, maybe 2. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 to go. Big play in the game.
And Claremont putting a lot of guys in the box here, stopping that run.
What do you got for this now? Quarterback boot. Maybe a little pass play.
A naked boot.
Maybe a little reverse play. You think they got something? You think they're going to back to the power pitch and, make it 4-down territory even though you're on your own end? They got a weak edge over here. They should be able to get the corner if they come this way.
Pitch, Malesio. It looked like he had a good run, but stopped.
Great fill by Mejia there. Mejia was the safety that came up and filled that and made the tackle for a short gain. It's going to be 4th and 3. Oh, Kim Battendorf may go for this. Couple things to think about now. The no play, try to draw them off sides. If you're Claremont, you got to watch the ball. Potential for the little dive, fullback dive play. It wasn't great last time, but you got Stattard in there with the potential to mush for the first down. They're in a punt formation, a tight punt formation. And now they're going to call timeout. They had the wrong guys on the field.
They also had the wrong punter out on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they were trying to
their quarterback
maybe surprise them with a punt or if it was some kind of a fake play. It looked like something was up there. They had the offense on the field, but then lined up in a punt formation and then had to call timeout. So 4th and 3. Looks like they're calling now for the actual punt team. So it looks like they're going to punt it away and try to let the defense play and get a stop. 1:26 to go in the third quarter. 1-point lead, 21-20, Norte Vista.
And we want to remind everybody to listen weekly to the greatest radio show on the planet, the Inland Sports Show, at 11 a.m. Saturday mornings, hosted by Pep Fernandez and his cronies. Fox 1350 a.m., 11 a.m.
The fearless leader.
The fearless leader, who we have some big guests coming up this week. A possible Division I head basketball coach from San Diego State calling in, talking about the signing of Matt Mitchell.
Pump formation. Snapped it over his head.
Tough play.
Oh, and he fell on it, which is a mistake. You want to try to pick that ball up and kick it if you can. And now, two things there for the punter. You know, the first thing is you want to try to pick it up and kick it and get it out of there if you can. You know, if you can't do that, you want to kick it out of your own end zone. But what you don't want to do is fall on it and give them a first down and goal at the 5-yard line, which is what he did. So that's a mistake.
That's a mistake made by a soccer player.
Yeah, young player, soccer, got kid that hasn't played a lot of football, and that's life. That's high school football.
Exactly.
So Claremont's inside the 10-yard line, 5-yard line, first and goal, chance to take the lead.
Retzlaff, hands off. Still on his feet. Andrew Johnson.
Johnson's driving his feet. He's driving the pile.
It's a rugby. It's a scrum.
What was it? That looked like a rugby scrum. Every player on the field pushing, and Johnson just driving his feet and able to push. It looked like he was down about the 4 and able to push down to the 1-yard line. They're going to have second and goal from the 1. Looks like they're going back to this heavy package, which they've run a little bit today. Goal line package. We'll see if Norte Vista is able to step up and make a play. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Wolfpack attacking here. Under 30 seconds in the third here. Retzlaff under center. Man in motion.
That's a good call by Claremont. They've been running the motion. It's touchdown. Mejia again into the end zone. They've been running that motion in the wing and running the ball behind him, motion in the wing and run behind him. That time they motion the wing and run the ball back the other way away from the motion, and there's nobody there. Easy touchdown, walked in by Mejia, and Claremont takes the lead. Looks like they're gonna kick the PAT here rather than go for 2 and try to chase the points. It's 26-21. Going to try to make it 27-21.
And there you go, Wolfpack using those receivers, or I should say running backs. Again, a bunch of them they've used tonight, and the extra point is good, putting the Wolfpack up 27-21 with just 16 seconds left in the third.
Couple of uncharacteristic mistakes by Norte Vista tonight that they don't often make. So we'll see. Now this is when a young team gets some pressure on it.
And we want to remind everybody that the Inland Sports team is doing another game 2 nights from now. The first ever game for Orange Vista High School, where they're going to take on the Rialto Knights. The first varsity game for Orange Vista and Coach Zomalt. The Inland Sports team will be there Saturday night.
Going to be exciting. Going to be a show out there at Orange Vista. Going to be a big deal. One thing about Rialto High School, one of my favorite athletic directors, Kevin Gilbreth, really good athletic director at Rialto High School. I think they'll get that thing turned around.
So the kick.
Looked like they went off sides.
Yeah, I believe
big
so.
Mistake. We're starting to see some of those first game mistakes, that we didn't see a lot of in the first half, are starting to kind of creep in here in the second half as the kids get a little more pressure on them. They get a little tired, and all of a sudden your focus just dips just a little bit because you're tired, and I think that's what's going on right now. So, we'll see how that shapes its way out as the game goes on, but there may be 1 or 2 more mistakes, and the team that makes less of them, probably going to be the team that wins the game.
And this gives a shot to Malesio or Hazim Maran back there in the receiving core. Gives them a chance to make a play here.
Marone's done some nice things with the ball in his hand. It'll be interesting to see if there's some other things they can do to get him the ball.
Great kick.
That's a great kick. He boomed it. inside the 2. Malicio's going to get a shot, though.
Malicio brought down at the 27-yard line. Great tackle made there.
Looked like they did a decent job blocking that up. Looked like there was something there, but just one guy able to slip through for Claremont and make a good open tackle in the open field on Malicio. Hard to tackle that kid in the open field. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Braves down 6 here. Ball set at the 29-yard line. Yeah, go for the play here and then run the clock out, obviously, and start the fourth quarter. Looks like Malicio jumps over a guy. Brought down by 4 Wolfpack players.
That's the same little cutback that he had earlier on the big long run. He cut the ball all the way back to that backside A gap and was able to make himself about 8 yards. Going to put himself in a 2nd and 2.
Well, that will end the third quarter, and we're going to go back down to our guy, Bradford Evans. Bradford, what do you got for us?
Geoff, thanks. It's been a very contentious third quarter here so far. Vinny touched on it earlier. The mistakes are coming into play. It's obviously natural in the first game to have a few mistakes, but poor tackling and high snaps and things like that have led to the demise of the Braves so far. So they're looking to correct those issues. Obviously, there's plenty of time in the season, but during this game, time is of the essence to get things right and to execute and have mental toughness. So look for the Norte Vista Braves to buckle down here and try to get back into this game. Thanks, Geoff.
Thanks, Bradford. Like you said, mistakes have really cost the Braves here in the third quarter. A couple bad snaps, a couple mental mistakes made by young guys. You're going to expect that early in the year, especially week 0 here.
Bradford's great, man. Do we have a great sideline guy or what?
He's great. You know, normally Bradford wears an ascot and has a
well, with a name like Bradford, you almost have to wear an ascot, right?
I mean, he's a Redlands guy, of course.
He is a Redlands guy.
So ball's on the 37-yard line, 2nd and 2. Braves pitch. Malicio up the middle.
You know, you can really tell where the play, you know, when the plays are going to go for Norte Vista. They got great push by the offensive line there. Pushed them, knocked them back, able to get about 7 or 8 yards. But you could see it right from the snap that the offensive line had pushed Claremont back. And you can see when they don't get any push. So be interesting to see if that was just a one-play thing or if maybe the Claremont defense starting to get a little tired.
Yeah, Norte Vista's always had great offensive linemen for those fantastic backs. Man in motion, Malicio bobbles it. Oh, it's on the floor. Coach, dead
That's
ball.
big. Looks like she's saying that Norte Vista got it back. They held. Also, there's a holding penalty. The quarterback recovered the ball, but there's a holding penalty on Norte Vista. Got to think that Claremont will take that penalty, which they are going to, and put them in a 2nd and 20.
25?
More than 20. Looked like my holding must have been in the backfield. 2nd and 25. 1st and 25. First 25 is hard for everybody. It's really hard for Norte Vista. There's not a lot of 1st and 25. So.
And without the passing game, could be tough here for the Braves. Man in motion.
Here's the wide toss. Kind of been waiting for this play.
Great hit by the quarterback. Marone. Malicio moves, gets a good run here. Brings up 2nd and 15.
They've been waiting for that wide toss play to come, you know, and they hit it, and it's good. It's there. They may want to come back to that. You know, they may want to have that one in the reserve. That wide toss play is good. Claremont is coming down really hard, coming inside really hard. The ball out around the corner is a good idea.
We're going to go to our Thursday scoreboard here. Kaiser losing to Glendora 20-28 in the third quarter. Kaiser, a big surprise so far. Billy Cardosi, new head football coach over there at Kaiser.
Another power pitch play there. Malicio up the field. About 5-6 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for Norte Vista in a situation where you got to get it. You're at 10 minutes to go, down 27-21. You're getting pretty close to crunch time. They got to think about being 4-down territory, even though they're on their own end, ball at their own 42-yard line. Got to think about, if we get 5 here, what are we going to do? I mean, this is when you get the coaches earn your money.
Yeah, they've picked up 15 here on 2 plays, but 3rd down and 10.
This is a pass
Pitch.
play.
Malesio,
He's
a pass. Intended for number 24.
It was a toss pass. Pitch it back to Malesio, throw it down the field. Looking for Chris Gerardo. Was open for a second, but a pretty good job by the Claremont DB, Peter Sandoval, running back, getting in coverage, jumping and playing the ball. Ken Batdorf thought there was pass interference on that play. Looked like maybe a little bit of contact, but looked like Sandoval was trying to play the ball. I think that's a good no call. And now it's 4th and 10, and Norte Vista is going to be punting again.
And once again, nobody back for the Wolfpack.
That's a better punt. Although they don't get the roll that they, you kicked it in play, kicked it out there pretty good. You hope to get a roll there. Ball hit at about the 30-yard line. Thought maybe it would roll down inside the 15. Instead, it kind of just died. And Claremont will start at their own 27. 9:41 to go. 27-21. Claremont leads.
Let's talk about Riverside TV. Ghazal Hassan and his group.
Let's talk about Ghazal.
Great guy. He's got tomorrow night. We open the season with La Sierra versus San Bernardino. Coming up after that, a great game. Hillcrest versus Notre Dame. 2 tough teams. But every Friday night, Riverside TV will put on a great game from Riverside Schools. So once again, stay tuned for tomorrow night, Riverside TV. Wolfpack takes over.
Nice tackle in the open field. Luis Matias for Norte Vista. Looked like Johnson had a lot of room to run there, and Matias just closed that lane. Looked like there was a great lane on a little zone play. Good play, Matias, outside linebacker. Now you're going to have 2nd and 8. If you're Claremont, you're in a weird situation. You want to be able to run the ball a little bit, but you haven't run it super effectively.
No, you have not.
So, you're still going to have to be able to have Retzlaff throw and complete passes.
Do you go with short passes, screen passes?
Low snap. Oh, wow, another really good play by Matthias. They tried to swing it out of the backfield to Johnson, and Matthias came up, put a great hit on. 2 good plays in a row, and now Claremont's in 3rd and 7.
And
this is a big play here. Norte Vista can get a stop here, get themselves a ball back with a chance to go down, take the lead.
Hey, Johnson comes out of the ball game. A little punch drunk there from that hit. We have 3 receivers up top.
Looks like a tight end.
Yes.
Claremont with a tight end in the game now.
They did
trying to
bring in
open up another gap to maybe run the football.
1 down low. 1 in the backfield, out of the shotgun, the snap. Fake.
Retzlaff's going to pull it.
Get him.
He's going to run this. There's no, he throws it.
Great catch.
Wow, great play by Retzlaff.
Martinez again there. Ball caught at the 45-yard line. Big play for the Wolfpack here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, really looked like Retzlaff was going to pull that down and take off running. Looked like he might have been able to run for the 1st down. And at the last second, pulls it up, finds Martinez open down the field. Good job by the offensive line. Nobody going downfield so they could throw a legal pass.
Great field vision there by Retzlaff.
Really good play. That was a really big play on a 3rd down.
3 receivers down low. Shotgun to Retzlaff. Snap. He's looking.
Too much time.
Running to his left. Looks like he's going to keep the ball. Runs out of bounds at the
hand. He still has the ability to throw the ball. When he scrambles the other way, if he wants to throw it, he's got to turn his whole body, and it's a much harder act for him, and it opens him up to getting hit. So very rarely will you see a quarterback buy time away from their strong hand and still throw the ball. That time he has to go left, so he's not able to throw, so it's only a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, tough to throw against your body there as a quarterback. One receiver high, one receiver low, tight ends. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson.
Looks like it's going to be a holding situation penalty. Big penalty by Claremont. It was going to be 3rd and 1. With the penalty, it's going to be 2nd and probably about 15 yards. So big break for Norte Vista. Big mistake by Claremont.
7:38 here left in the fourth quarter. Wolfpack of Claremont 27, Braves 21.
Claremont is reasonably predictable by formation. If you know the formation, that was back to their double tight formation, which for them has been inside zone run play to try to open up an extra gap. If you know the formation, if you see the formation, you have a good chance of having an idea what play they're running, and you know Kim Batdorf's looking at that.
One receiver
back to
high.
the double tight again. Let's see what they do.
Retzloff turns and throws. Receiver just, I don't know if the timing was off, but it was a good pass. It just wasn't ready for it.
The timing has been off with Morales and Retzlaff. That's the one receiver that he really hasn't been able to connect with consistently, where it's looked like they're kind of not always on the same page. It looked like Retzlaff was ready to throw that ball and Morales wasn't ready to catch it yet, and so it ends up being incomplete. Now it's going to be 3rd and about 14, and Claremont with an empty backfield, no running backs.
See if Novi comes here with the blitz.
Got to, right?
Yep. Shotgun here. Retzloff looking around. Retzloff sees one, throws over the middle.
There's
it
the
is.
connection.
The confidence throwing to him pays off here.
And every time they've gone to that empty backfield, it's been Morales on that up and over the middle, and he's been open every time. It's been good for him every time. They haven't always been able to connect it. They hit it there, and you've got a conversion now on a 3rd and 8 earlier in the drive, now a conversion on 3rd and 13. You can't allow them to continue to convert on 3rd and longs like that if you're going to win the game, you're Norte Vista. And now they're getting close to field goal range, down about the 33-yard line.
1st and 10. Like Coach said, 33-yard line, shotgun formation. One in the backfield. Bookend double receivers. Looks like a timeout called here by Claremont.
Only 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go. We're into nitty-gritty time here. 27-21. Claremont leads, and they're driving.
Couple great highlights here tonight, and more great highlights starting tomorrow night with the IEMG Sports Weekly live television show hosted by the legendary Pep Fernandez. He will bring highlights and scores from every team in the Inland Empire. It is the best show of record of anywhere in Southern California or the world. No one does it better than IEMG Sports Weekly Live. Every Friday night from 11 to 12, stay up late, watch the highlights, follow Pep. Follow us on Inland Sports. On Twitter, we are there, Inland_sports. Follow us all. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube. And we are there. We are always there. Saturday mornings, Fox Sports 1350 AM, the Inland Sports Show.
We go 1st and 10. Double slot. Retzlaff in the shotgun. Tried to go on 2. Looks like the receiver on the top side for Claremont jumped off sides. This should be on Claremont. Oh, no.
No.
They're walking it off on Norte Vista.
I agree. I saw movement up top.
Yeah, the receiver was 4 yards off sides. I mean, there's no – I don't know.
And
I don't know what they're saying.
The referee was about 6 feet away, and she threw the laundry right at him. Thought that was the call.
And Norte Vista did come across, but if the receiver goes 4 yards off sides, it's an offensive penalty. Here comes the screen again.
There it is.
And they got Morales going now.
Morales hit 2-3 times. A flag on a play. Face mask there, Coach?
It might be. I don't know what else it could be down there. The ball's inside the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Morales looked good on that little underscreen, and Claremont, Reggie Retzlaff starting to get it going again now. He's found a couple big ones. You know, the 3rd downs are the ones that are going to haunt you. You know, the 3rd and longs. Actually, looks like the penalty might be on Claremont.
Wow.
So you're going to get a break here.
Once again, these two teams met last year. Novi came on top 49-21. A different Norte Vista team this year, a different Claremont team. A new system, new coach, and a great young quarterback and nice spread offense.
All right, here we go. First down and 10. Ball's back at about the 17-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. This has been motion and the inside zone read play. And there it is again.
Up the middle, Mejia. Gain on the play. Looks like he's just short of the first down.
Yeah, about 8 yards on that play.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to see Claremont able to run the football a little bit, which they hadn't been able to do really since that first drive. And now they've had a couple successful running plays on this drive. So you wonder if maybe Norte Vista's wearing down a little bit. Maybe they're getting a little fooled because the pass game has been good.
Twin receivers up and down both sides of the field. Retzloff hands off to Johnson. Johnson untouched into
Great
the
run
end
by
zone.
Johnson.
Touchdown, Andrew Johnson.
That's a great run by Johnson. It wasn't there initially. He had a little jump cut to the left side. They had some penetration. There wasn't really an initial lane there. Had a little jump cut to the left by Johnson, and then there was some open field, and he ran. And you can tell by using those different backs throughout the game, they've been cycling through those backs. And Johnson, who's their guy, the guy they really like, is still pretty fresh, and he looks good.
So 33-21, Claremont over the Braves. 5:47 left in the game. Cole Weaver for the kick. And the extra point is good.
Well, Norte Vista's not built for this now. You're in a situation where they're not very comfortable. Down 2 scores, 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go. This is not where Norte Vista likes to be. They like to be playing from close, playing from ahead, one score, either way, they're okay. But you get 2 scores down, they are not built to score fast. And so now it's going to be up to them to try to pick their pace up and see if they can't do some things to get a fast score, have a chance to maybe get the ball back, and got to score twice in 5 minutes and 47 seconds.
And last year that wouldn't have been a problem. The Braves put up points in droves. This year, inexperienced, new guys, learning curve.
Looks like they're still looking for that outside threat on offense. Looks like I don't know that they found that guy yet. Malicio's a downhill, down and out slasher kind of running back like his brother. Stattard is a big bully, but they don't really have the,
Malicio from the 5 runs out, not tackled, gets out to the 40-yard line. A big run of about 50 yards there. So the Braves have a shot here, but they've got to do it quick.
And just as I say that, Malicio goes right down the middle and shows his speed. He's fast, there's no doubt about it. Just, the Devonair Crenshaw roll guy, I don't see who that guy is yet for Norte Vista. The outside, Mr. Outside. They got Mr. Inside. I don't know who Mr. Outside is yet.
Yeah, it's tough because, like I said, Devonair Crenshaw was that super athlete. You had the two-headed monster of Freddie Holly and Devonair. The Braves pitch to Malicio. Malicio inside. Gain of about, looks like 8 or 9 yards. Coach, up, giving him about 7.
About 8 on that, 7, 8 on that. That's good. Now they're going to have to go fast. 5:24, 5:23 to go. They're going to have to pick up their tempo, and Coach Batdorf's telling them on the sideline, we got to go a little faster, boys. Got to get the calls in a little faster. Got to get the plays in a little faster.
Yeah, last year, Novi ran a little bit on the no huddle. See if they can. I know it's early in the year, so it'd be kind of tough.
It's a reverse play.
Back to Malicio.
A little inside handoff reverse. Got about 5 yards and a first down. They're inside the 30. They're going to have to go fast now. Once you get about the 2-minute mark, you start talking about onside kick. If you score a touchdown onside kick. The clock is running. Norte Vista still in the huddle. You're under 5 minutes, 4:52, 4:51 to go. You're going to have to pick up their tempo.
The pitch to Malicio.
I think this is the end. That's a pretty good run. They changed it up on him. Went to the other back.
Yeah, that was Rico Guillen.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good change up back there. went to the other back, got out around the corner, 12-yard gain, inside the 20, 4:36 to go. Braves are on the move.
Great play there by Uncle Rico Guillen. There's Malesio, that ball carrier.
Looks like Norte Vista's found something with the little Don Markham double wing. They've gotten away from the eye and the eye backs, and they're into their double wing game. And it looks like maybe they found something. Claremont has a guy down. Looks like number 18. Looks like Francisco Quiros down. I think it's a cramp, trying to stretch that calf. And this is about the time it happens. Getting warm. It's still the summer. It was still light when we started this game. It's a little warm out, and they've been running right at him. You're starting to get some cramps. So, I think it's a cramp. Looks like they're stretching him. Hopefully he's okay. Norte Vista doing a good job. They're on the move.
Yeah, player down here. I'll tell you what, though, what a great night here to be at Norte Vista High School. Week 0. Funny way they call it week 0, but some good games coming up from the River Valley League tomorrow night. Let's go over a couple of those. We had Indian Springs versus your old school, the Ramona Rams.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting one. Indian Springs finished last year really strong. Ramona, of course, has Isaiah Baker, who's a really, really good running back that we used a lot last year. So I'm sure he's ready and raring to go. And Jared Escoto, another really good player, linebacker, receiver. So should be a good one. Should be a close opener.
We'll get to the rest of those games here in a minute. As the Braves are looking to score here quickly. Down 13 with 4:15 left in the game. 2nd and 7 on the 14.
All right, here we go. Clock's running. That's Guillen again. Got a couple. It's like about a 3-yard gain. 3-yard gain, down, ball in the middle of the field. Going to be about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. They've really kind of found something with this double wing attack. So we'll see if they stay with it or if they go back to the I formation.
And Baddorf ran this about 5 years ago. He ran like I've always called it this is the great child abuse offense here, run by the Don Markham, as you said.
This is a wider pitch, and he's around the corner.
There it is, Malesio on the outside.
Easy, walks right in. Nice play.
Untouched score. The Braves a touchdown here.
I think when Ken watches this film on Sunday or Saturday or whenever they do their film, they're going to wish that they went to some of that wide toss stuff earlier in the game, because I think Claremont has been coming down so hard on that inside stuff. I think the outside has been there. They found it now. Is it too little too late? Can they get the ball back? 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Can they get the ball back for one more possession, chance to win the game?
Aguilera. Kick, extra point.
He made it. All right, they're within 6. Got a chance to win. 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Claremont 34, Norte Vista 28. It's a barn burner.
Now, onside kick, do you go with it?
Well, you got to think about it. They got some timeouts, so you got to think about it. You've been pretty stout against the run, although Claremont found some run stuff on the last series. You got to think about it. I mean, if you onside kick it and don't recover it, you're going to put them in great field position, and you're going to make it hard. So if you do onside kick it, it's a risk. If you kick it deep, they're not going to probably be expecting it. You got the hands team in the game. Maybe you could pin them back, get better field position if you force a punt. Something to think about. Looks like Claremont does have their hands team in. So they're looking for the onside kick. Norte Vista in the past has onside kicked really well.
All the time. Baddorf.
Something they do really, really well.
So here's the look. Aguilar.
They do go to the onside. Took an easy candy cane bounce right to the Claremont guy. Good job fielding it by Claremont. I don't know if that's the kick they were looking for. Didn't take the little double skip hop that you're hoping for. You're hoping to get the double skip hop. That only got the skip right to the Claremont front line guy. Pretty easy field job by him. Good job, though, on a pressure play.
And I just have to say the name. Josh Whippy jumped on that ball. That's a good name right there.
I always say you got to want to recover onside kick. Got to want it.
Yes, exactly.
Josh Whippy wanted it there. So now you got to get a stop.
Take over on the 48-yard line. Handoff to Johnson. Johnson on his feet still. 3 players from Novi takes him down. Bring him down about the 28-yard line there.
Yeah, big gain by Johnson. Johnson looks fresh.
Yeah.
Johnson looks like he's still rolling.
Well, we do have a final. Arlington, Coach Lunsford, starting off the season well with a 42-20 win over the Paris Panthers.
Great win for Coach Lunsford. Great win for Arlington. Congratulations to that program. That's awesome.
So Lunsford in his second year, coming out as a sophomore, doing well by the Lions.
Claremont taking their time, letting the clock run. They're in their spread formation. They're going to try to run it. Somebody's got to get in there and see if they can hit Johnson.
There he is, Johnson again.
Good tackle there. Gained about 3, 4 maybe. Going to be 2nd and 6. That was my guy Aguilar again on the tackle. He's had a great game. But looks like Johnson is churning pretty good here. Down to 2 minutes 26, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. 34-28. Claremont leads.
Kind of reminds me of a Martin Solano, the defensive MVP of the River Valley League last year.
He was good.
Great player.
Very good.
Playing at Riverside Community College.
Is he really?
Yes,
good
he
for
is.
him. I bet he'll do well.
Ball on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Got a blitz there by Claremont, or by Norte Vista. Looked like they got him in the backfield. He mushed through for about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 3. Johnson again on that carry. Going to be 3rd and about 3, and this is the time now. Norte Vista's got to make a play. It's now or never, as they say. Minute and 45 to go.
Yeah, Johnson
And the clock is running.
got lower than his defenders. Got a couple yards out of that.
Minute 37, 136, 135. Claremont's just bleeding the clock.
Retzloff, 2 backs, 2 wide, down low, 1 up top. Chewing clock, penalty
And
here.
they took the delay of game. They didn't want to do that.
No.
They did not want to take the delay of game. That wasn't what they wanted to do. That's an operational mistake. Whether that's Retzloff not snapping it when he was supposed to, or whether that's the sideline miscounting. Because what you're supposed to do on the sideline, if you're the coach, you say, wait, I'll tell you. You watch the referee, he puts his hands up at 5 seconds, you tell your guy to snap the ball. Somebody made a mistake in that communications process. They did not want to be in 3rd and 8 after a delay of game, minute and 21 to go. Got to run the ball here, right? You're not going to throw it, are you?
I hope not. 34-28, Claremont. There's that deceptive
Inside
motion.
give, he's not going to get it.
No.
Norte Vista's got their timeout. They're going to use it right now. 1:15 to go. It's going to be 4th and about 6. It would be a 42-yard field goal from here. You know, the thing about high school football is if you miss a field goal but it goes in the end zone, the ball comes to the 20. It's like a punt in the end zone. So sometimes it's worth trying a long field goal. The risk you're taking in this situation, you try a long field goal, get it blocked, it's an opportunity for him to run back for a touchdown and beat you. So there's a lot to think about here. Do you want to go for it? Do you want to punt and just punt it into the end zone, and have 80 yards to defend? Lots of things to think about. They're probably going to go for it. 4th and 6 at the 26. You don't gain a lot from punting the ball. The field goal is a risk. I don't know that you want to risk, and they've had a bad snap. So I don't know if you want to risk that and the potential for a blocked field goal. So I'm guessing you're going to see Retzloff throw the ball here, trying to throw for a first down.
Yeah, it's not a pitching wedge field goal by any means, and
no,
the
biggest thing is you don't want to take the risk on getting the field goal blocked, and so they're going to go for it. Offense on the field. This is a pass play. Geoff, I'll bet you a soda at the end of the game. They don't have enough guys on the field. Claremont has 10 players on the field right now. They're short a guy,
and no one notices.
Let's see if they can get it with 10 guys.
Pass incomplete.
Incomplete pass. So 10 guys wasn't enough. They needed the one other guy. Yeah, it makes you easier to defend. One thing I've learned about football in my 30-whatever years, if you only play with 10, you're easier to defend. Harder to defend when you play with 11. Big mistake. I mean, coming off of a timeout to come onto the field with 10 guys. Now, that's a mistake. They're just going to have to fix that kind of stuff. Only 1:08 to go. Norte Vista has the ball, but they got to go 75 yards to score. Here's the pitch. Looks like Guillen again.
Guillen still on his feet.
Oh, he got tackled, and they're going to have to go fast. They're trying to run a guy on the field. They don't really have time to do that. 55, 54, 53, 52. Norte Vista has 12 on the field right now. Now they're back to the right number.
They go back to that.
45, 44, 43. Ball still not snapped. They're going to try to throw it. Got an open man.
Looks like.
That's Reggie Retzlaff, the safety. I don't know if he intercepted. I think he just knocked it down. Good range by Retzlaff. Coming in a free safety. Boy, you got to like that. Quarterback's competing, baby.
Good athlete.
You think he don't want to win this game? I'll play safety, coach. What else do you want me to do?
So a little revenge tonight. Like I said, Novi beat Claremont last year 49-21.
Got 37 seconds to go. 3rd down and 8 on their own 28. They got a long way to go to score. They're going to need something. They're going to need some kind of a play, some kind of a break, some kind of something to happen. Get themselves in the open field.
So the double wing again.
They're going to throw it again. It's a throwback. He's open. Malicio's open. Oh!
Drop. They had their chance.
He got behind everybody. He was behind everybody. It's a touchdown. Oh, what a great opportunity. And they're just not able to connect. Oh, just out of his reach. Heartbreaker.
Nice throw.
Boy, that would have been a heck of a play for our first game, huh? To end on the 70-yard touchdown with under 30 seconds to go. 4th and 8. What do they have? Does Batdorf have another one in his back pocket?
That's a 30-yard shot.
Here we go. Throwing again.
Picked off.
There may be a pass interference penalty. Looked like there was some contact. I think we're going to have a pass interference penalty. It was intercepted by Pache, but I think there was some contact. I think it's going to be pass interference. I think Norte Vista is going to get a couple more plays.
So we've seen the arm of Hasim Maran here late in the game. A lefty.
Boy, that throw was pretty close, too, to Malesio on the deep ball. They're so close. I mean, it's right on his fingertips. It would have been a really hard catch. Just not quite able to make the catch. But if he catches it, there was nobody there. I mean, he hits his head on the goalpost.
That was a 30-yard lawn dart thrown perfectly.
My, oh, my. What a game. What a great start, Coach.
Yeah. Week 0.
All right, here we go. 22 seconds. 34-28. Looks like the ball's at about their own 38-yard line, 39-yard line. So still a long way to go with 22 seconds to do it. No timeouts for the Braves.
Refs converging. Having a quorum. Add another person, there's a quorum.
You know, even if they lose this game, you gotta be proud if you're Norte Vista, the way these kids fought, these young kids battling like heck against a pretty good team. I think Claremont's better than people thought they were. So this is not a all is lost game for Norte Vista, even if they don't come back and win. I think this is a team that still is a factor in the River Valley League. I think this is a team that still is a factor in their non-league schedule. They're going to win some games. They're going to win their share.
Yeah, and like I said, 20 new starters here for this Brave team.
And they're fighting. I mean, this is a fight. They're putting up a fight. It would have been easy for these guys when they got down 2 scores with 4 minutes to go. All right, here we go. Double wing formation.
I like the double wing. I think they've just been pretty good. Here's Marone back to throw, running against.
Can't get sacked, and he does. And that might be the end. 14, 13, 12, 11. They may not get another playoff here. 7, 6. Norte Vista trying to get set. 3, 2. They're not able to do it, and that's going to be the game.
And that will do it here from
Claremont wins it, 34-28.
From K.R. Zach Earp Stadium. Norte Vista falls to the Wolfpack of Claremont by a final score of 34-28. I believe we are going to go down to our third man on the field, Bradford Evans. Bradford, what do you got for us?
Geoff, I'm trying to get in touch with Coach Batdorf here after that disappointing loss. I'm going to try to get him, but it looks like he's going over to congratulate the Claremont coach. So we're going to have to see what happens here. But yeah, unfortunately for him, they couldn't get that pass online. It was obviously a little bit unfortunate. They never passed the ball, and they had to there, and they almost had a big opportunity. So not a way you want to start out a game, right? But
we will.
You know, Geoff, it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes you don't execute the way you want to. So I can't find him right now. I'm looking.
We will come back to you, Bradford, when Coach Batdorf is available. But thank you, Coach Fazio. Final thoughts.
Heck of a game. You got to be happy. Really both teams come out of this with things to work on, things that they didn't do very well, and with things to build on, things that they did really well. So I think this isn't a loss for either group. It's a loss on the scoreboard.
I believe we're going to go down to Bradford. Oh, I guess Bradford is not going to get an interview with Coach Batdorf. Well, once again, Coach, not a loss for.
Well, it's you never want to lose. They keep score, so whenever they keep score, you want to win. You hate to lose, but I will say I thought if you're Norte Vista and a team playing with a bunch of young guys, and a bunch of guys haven't played much before, and you battled like heck, and you fought and you gave yourself a chance, I think you got something to build on. If you're Claremont, it's a really nice win. That people didn't really know what to expect. You knew Reggie Retzlaff was a player. He was probably better even than you thought he was going to be in this kind of a game. I thought he was really good. I thought Johnson really ran well in the fourth quarter. And their defense did just enough to give them a chance.
Yeah, and it's tough. But like I said, Norte Vista, 20 new starters. Malesio showing that Norte Vista has another solid back in him.
Norte Vista is going to be fine. They're going to be a factor. Ken Batdorf did a great job getting this team ready and getting ready for this game with all the turnover. They're going to be fine. They got games they can win. They got games they got a chance at. They're going to be totally fine.
Well, that will do it here from Norte Vista High School. I'd like to thank our sponsors one last time. Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by their excellent customer service and great prices. Check them out off Alessandro Boulevard. Spoiled. Thank you, Bill Navigato and his team. You are dedicated to local sports in the Inland Empire. And Ken Sporting Goods. Ken's been around for over 40 years, taking care of all of your sports gear needs, plus Letterman's jackets. And from Boost Performance Trainings. Athletes of all levels need to check out Boost Performance Training in Corona. Coach Ray Bass and his team bring experience, passion, and commitment to grooming great athletes. They train athletes in all the sports: football, baseball, track, and lacrosse. And once again, please join us every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. for the Inland Sports Show on Fox 1350 AM. Great content from the local high schools, local colleges, and the local professional athletes. And IEMG Sports Weekly Live every Friday night. Pep Fernandez brings the best highlights from Southern California, the best show on the planet. And Friday nights, join us with Ghazal Hazan and Riverside TV. Tomorrow's big game, the kickoff, La Sierra versus San Bernardino. The big red team from San Bernardino versus the Eagles. Join us tomorrow night on Riverside TV. Well, that will about do it here for us from Norte Vista High School.
That's quite a media empire, Pep, that you're building. Look at all that stuff, man.
All I want to say is it was fun, Coach Fazio.
Hey, I'm just glad to be a part of the team, baby.
It is a fun team. We're a large team. Very large, that's for sure.
Just proud to be proud to be a little part of it, man. This was great. Really enjoyed this. Well, we've got a great game. Great job by Pep picking the right game this week. Got a great game. Enjoyed working with you. Looking forward to continue it going forward, man. It's going to be awesome.
And join us again Saturday night. The inaugural Rialto versus Orange Vista. Orange Vista's first varsity game. It will be at Rancho Verde High School, and we will have it live on the Inland Sports Channel. So tune in, subscribe, push subscribe on that YouTube channel, and watch the game with Cullen Holt and Tim Hatch will bring it to you live Saturday night. Well, that'll do it, Coach. Pep, a great game here at Norte Vista. Norte Vista comes up a little short, but we will see you next Thursday from Inland Sports. Good night.
Welcome to the local sports leader in the Inland Empire, the Inland Sports Show. You can find us on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single Saturday at 11 a.m. plus live and amplified around the world on the Inland Sports Channel on YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
This is Kenny Clark from the Green Bay Packers, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports is the undisputed sports leader in the IE and two-time finalist for the top TV radio show in the Inland Empire. Thanks to our big-name guests, exclusive interviews, video highlights, and of course, nobody breaks more news than Inland Sports. Hosted by Big Salty Geoff Gorham and the IE Media Personality of the Year, Pep Fernandez. Honored by the CIF Southern Section with its Champion for Character Award, the National Football Foundation, the Southern California Football Coaches Association, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the San Bernardino City Unified School District. We've teamed up with some outstanding companies in our community that are proud to call the IE home, and they care about local sports.
Hey, what's up, Pep? You too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
You can join our team too. If you're a local business or owner, shoot us an email at inlandsportshow@gmail.com. Nobody covers local sports like Inland Sports. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Always want to play the best teams, even in the playoffs. If we win the playoffs, I want it to be like we earned it.
Help us spread the word, and thanks for making Inland Sports the local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Welcome to the local sports leader in